This is a dumb Wii U was just going into power save mode. All right, here we go. Boom, boom. Earthbound. If you guys haven't played this game, I mean, you know, they re-released it on the Wii U. It's $10. It's a really interesting, crazy game. I've heard some really nutty stuff. Oh, what kind of windows do we want, guys? Mint, strawberry, banana, or Mr. Peanut? I'm going to go with plain because it's a very plain... Well, fuck it. I'll go with peanut. I'll go with Mr. Peanut flavored. Bam. Professor Chimp, that was because the Wii U had gone into this dumb power save mode. I'm going to go with the traditional name. Boom. Name her. I don't care. Name her whatever. Paula, go for it. Name this guy. He looks like a dick, right? It's a total jerk off. What's his regular name? Jeff. Oh, what? What? Terror. Dan, Henry. Oh, shit. It's changing it all around. No, let's go back to just Jeff. Jeff is fine. Okay, and I believe this is Yang. Pooh. Couldn't have said it better. And your pet. What's his name? Or her name? Its name. Don't care. King. Boom, boom, boom. Your favorite homemade food. I'll let... You know what, chat? I know there's a delay here, but I'm going to let you guys pick homemade food. I picked all the names and everything. So the first thing that I see come up in the chat for what is your favorite homemade food that's like less than 1 million letters, I will totes put in here. Totally put it in here. So tell me what you guys got out there. Let's have a little audience participation. I wish there was a way to make the streaming software to make XSplit be like 1-to-1 fast, because I'm not seeing very much here. I guess I'm still waiting for the delay. I forget sometimes just how much delay there is between me and the chat people. It must be... I don't really watch Twitch all that much. It must be infuriating because, I mean, I don't know. Is it just me? Am I the only one that has this level of delay? It's like a couple of minutes before what I say actually gets over to you. So I'm talking to you from the future! Uh-oh. Still offline. What? Okay, I gotta check this. What's your favorite homemade food, Kayla? Cake? Okay, Kayla got here. She said cake. It's gonna be cake. Boop, boop, doop, doo. You all right? Yeah. What's your favorite thing? That's what it's asking. What's your favorite thing? Those are a pretty good thing. It's too much, too many letters. I can't put snowballs in there. I've got like 6 letters.
6 letters?
Yeah. River? That's your favorite thing? River?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go with river. Bup, 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 bup.
I like how there's a joke here.
Yeah, that just puts in the default thing. I use that to name all the people. And
Hi.
I forgot that one of them was named Jeff by default. So,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, cake's lies.
What's that?
The cake is a lie.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Well, that would I was asking them, I was like, hey, tell me what you want me to put in for the favorite food. And nobody could hear me. It was like,
oh, no.
Yeah. Oh,
I know what Jeff's favorite thing is.
Way
Why?
back in 1990X. You remember that year, right, Kayla?
1990X, I was in high school or junior high.
199X.
Yeah.
In Eagle Land.
Uh-oh. On it.
Have you ever played this game before, Kayla?
I have no clue what we're doing.
It's called Earthbound.
Oh, no.
Came in a real big package for the Super NES, and the reason we're playing it is because in Japan, there are 3 of these games, and they're all called Mother in Japan. Mother 1, Mother 2, Mother 3. So
nice.
yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, traffic. I leave earlier every week, and traffic is worth I'm like, oh no.
Oh, it's just like crappy on a Sunday afternoon?
Oh my gosh.
Really so many people out there?
So many. It took me.
Oh no.
So this week I left at 2:00 so I could get my snacks, because I treat this like playing video games when I was in high school, which was I get lots of sodas and snacks and watch boys play video games.
Sure, that's exactly what it is.
And I treat it just like high school. I bought myself a cherry pie and some snowballs.
Okay.
And I got myself some Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
And some
Did you
beer.
some clove cigarettes?
I've never smoked.
Oh yeah.
I'm a terrible human. Sorry.
That's a great thing. That's a wonderful thing. You should never smoke. Smoking is terrible.
Did I get banana bread? I did not get banana bread. They don't sell that at the convenience store.
Well, they probably don't sell any that you would want to actually put in your body.
As you care.
Well, yeah, as she eats a snowball, probably the single most processed food in the history of mankind.
And it's not like, it's like, it says Mrs. Freshly Snowballs.
It's not even like a Hostess.
Yeah, and it just like dissolved into my hands. Sorry, Rage Select.
Wait, what?
Where the hell is banana bread? I don't know. Oh, guys.
I just want to go.
No one sent me banana bread.
But the road is closed. People are taking this meteorite. Okay, we got to go check out this meteorite that fell near our house.
I would take it seriously.
Yeah.
Don't tell Jason Allison. They'll just siphon it off for jewelry.
For, as Stephen King once said, meteor shit.
Yeah.
I forgot where to go. You go up here?
So, like, yeah. Like, I don't understand how that works. Because isn't technically everything from space, like, belong to the government?
Is everything in space property of the United States government?
Just the government of the land that it lays in.
Oh, like wherever it fell, they own it?
Yeah.
Couldn't say. Don't know. I don't know. I'm not a space lawyer, Kayla. I don't know anything about space law.
Are you sure? What bar were you at then last Friday?
A poorhouse?
Okay. I thought you were at the... You know,
I hate my job.
the space bar.
What do you...
Get it?
Nomad?
He doesn't understand puns. It's extra adorable, don't you think?
Probably just very obtuse because I'm concentrating on trying to find the meteor and not look like a dumbass like I did last week. We wandered around Star Wars for hours just going, I don't know.
Am I a Jedi yet?
Am I a Jedi? After we turned the stream off, I went and downloaded the little thing that lets you start the game as a Jedi.
Oh, nice.
Yep. How about we open this package? There's
nice.
a bread roll inside.
Yeah, yum.
I don't know about you guys, but I leave packages with pastries just laying around in the countryside all the time.
So I'm a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
We knew this, right?
Yeah.
There's this band in Austin, and in the 90s, they were pretty popular, called Vallejo.
Okay.
And they lived in our neighborhood. Like, they were a band that just bought a house together and paid the rent together. And
That's creepy. It's a little creepy.
My sister would leave orange juice on their front step all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, we're punk. We're punk rock. I was like, so I've always wondered if they ever drank that orange juices that we were leaving on their front step.
Did they know that you were leaving orange juices for them, or was it just like they opened the door and magic orange juice was there?
Yeah. We're like the best vandals ever. But then I'm like, are we just now, like, as an old person who knows, like, the value of orange juice, were we just like, were they just throwing it out? Were we just wasting resources?
Wait, do I need to do something about Pokey?
Man.
He's driving me nuts.
So, yeah. Then people asked how Kristen is. She's good. She's busy. She's getting ready for a con. So she's doing a lot of painting.
I don't think I'd ever, up until very recently, I don't think I'd ever actually seen Kristen's paintings. And she started finishing a bunch of them, putting them online. She did the Breaking Bad one, and she did the one with Captain Mal sitting on the rock. She's just really good.
Yeah.
She's really good, like those big skies and light and stuff like that. Like, real solid.
Her paintings have gotten really, really great since she has her job, which is she's like one of those, like, bring your own booze, drink, and paint. Like, her company is called Painting with a Twist.
Okay. So you get drunk and then paint?
Yeah, like everyone goes and they're like, today we're all painting butterflies. And then Kristen's like the teacher who teaches you how to paint the butterfly.
But you get drunk first?
You get during.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if orange juice is a code name for heroin. I've never done heroin.
Yeah, we talked about that one time on it.
I'm a good girl.
Talked about that.
Do you paint oranges? I've painted an orange before, and I painted with orange.
They're kind of boring.
Orange bread, the new rival to banana bread. I don't know about that. I don't think the citric acid would work correctly.
I don't think I can get in there. I think I just got to go home now.
Wait, so we walked all the way there just to find some bread in a box?
Yeah, and talk to Pokey.
Is Pokey a police officer?
No, Pokey was the irritating kid that was running back and forth in front of that. Find you guys in July. Joe, just the easiest way is send us an email or a tweet. Tweet at Jason. That's usually the best way to do it.
Or me, at Kayla Crow.
Yes. They are, Kayla and Jason are our social butterflies. I'm like, I don't understand. Twitter, you can only write 128 characters. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? I'm a wordy-ass motherfucker. Like, every time I have to cut down what I wrote, the blurb I wrote for Rage Select so that it can fit on Twitter, it makes me angry inside. I'm just like, fuck you, Twitter.
Yeah. I love Twitter.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
You just have to be like, here's a thought.
Jason isn't scary.
Deal with it.
Someone's knocking at the door. What an annoying knock.
Yeah. Just message me then if Jason is scary.
Jeff
I'm
is
more fun anyways.
What's a metapod?
I don't know. Like, it's a pod that thinks about itself.
Okay. It's totally meta. Breaks the fourth wall. Ah, it's Pokey again. Dude, get out of here.
Oh, yeah. Twitter's been a huge pain in the booty.
Uh-huh.
Poor Quick Kick. He can't. Are there any updates we should know about?
For what?
I don't know.
Stuff.
Rage Select is online.
Yeah, Rage Select is up, and we're doing we're playing Earthbound. That's pretty much that's the entirety.
What did you guys do that involved someone getting hurt?
Oh, we played. Yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, you should go back and watch us play Johann Sebastian Joust. That we played on. It's a video that went up on Wednesday. Why don't you say goodbye to your mom? Okay.
Yeah,
Bye,
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Maybe you should take the bat in Tracy's room and your dog.
Man, your mom's really worried about you. I wonder if she's like from the movie Critters and she has experience.
I like the way that your mom is like, hey, before you leave, you should go get your bat and you should take your dog and to make sure to crack any strangers directly in the brain holes if they try to touch you in the no-no zone.
Yeah, it's like The Hidden. Have you seen that movie? It's so good.
Is that one with Kyle MacLachlan?
I don't know.
Okay. Crack bat.
How come your mom wrapped it into wrapping paper?
Everything's in wrapping paper. It's better to not question it. Cracked bat. Boom.
So, is a cracked bat better than a real bat?
No. But it's the only garbage that we have right now. It's like your mom's actually sending you out into in the middle of the night.
Garbage?
Yeah, in the middle of the night. But she gave you a bat.
Oh my goodness.
That's your little sister.
How are Grant Spalls? I don't know.
Oh, so when we played Johann Sebastian Joust, right? And it's a game where you hold a move controller, and you hold a PlayStation Move controller and it plays Bach, right?
Okay.
And the faster that it plays Bach, the faster you're able to move, and the slower it plays, the slower you're able to move.
And most of his music is pretty sleepy time.
Well, it artificially speeds it up and slows it down.
Okay.
But the point of the game is it's a live action game. It's your dad. Work to exhaustion when you're young. And you're supposed to hit the controller out of other people's hands.
Right.
And so we played it, and Jason got real into it. He slapped me in the face. He ended up kicking Grant right in his exposed testicles.
Exposed?
Well, Grant tried to kick at Jason and tore his pants right in the crotch.
No.
And then Jason tried to kick him in the butt, and Grant tried to avoid that by twisting his hips and ended up getting hit right in the no-no zone. So,
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Okay, hold on. I'm going to move that chair so you can see the chat.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we got new technology. Jeff made me a giant chat box so that he can also read it and know if I'm leaving out anything.
Yep.
People must have been like, Kayla Cromer, she doesn't like us.
Uh-oh, wait, the crow just apologized profusely and then stole my bread roll. Bash him!
It's the apocalypse.
Oh, no. He's pecking at my eyes.
What?
10 damage. Bash!
Why can't you just give it more bread? Give it a bat.
And Pokey's just complaining to me, and he became tame. All right, huzzah! This is the game. It's an RPG. You battle people. There was a cookie. Wait, did I not get my bread roll back?
No.
Well, Sparks, if we put Grant Cam on every video, then it would just be Grant looking at the screen that I also was capturing with the capture box. Wouldn't make a lot of sense.
It's just you guys GoPro him always.
Yeah.
In his whole life.
Yep. We've actually, we had that thought about, which one was it? Let's see. You guys were going to go out with a regular camera. I think
Allison driving.
I think at one point there was a pitch about Jason writing down like pickup lines and me trying to pick up on women wearing a GoPro camera, which would be just incredibly terrible. It would
be highly not successful.
Yes. It would be. Why is this crow wearing sunglasses? He looks like he's trying to sell me cigarettes or something.
Because he's spiteful.
Ugh, he's spiteful crow.
He has to shield his eyes. What a cam for you and Kayla on the streams. The best part about the streams is I don't have to look hot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Inside the present was a cookie.
Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have eaten all that food.
What, the one snowball?
Yeah. Well, this is after Mother's Day brunch.
Oh.
And then I went home and the boyfriend had hungover pizza.
Uh-huh.
And then I had a slice of hungover pizza, and now I'm eating a snowball. I'm just...
Why are you eating so much?
I can't stop myself.
I had to wolf down just like... I've been having stomach problems all week, so I just ate myself a chicken burger.
Yeah?
Coil snake.
Why does nature hate you?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Is that your phone ringing?
No.
No?
That's your television.
Oh, is it?
That's the snake attacking you sound.
Is the snake... okay, so the snake wasn't making a phone call. Inside the present, there was a cookie. Every one of these animals is just carrying around cookies. That's pretty cool. I'm going to eat the snake cookie. Boom.
Yeah. Oh.
Snake cookie.
I need some health point cookies. Where are your cookies? What? What happened? Why are all these snakes crazy?
I have no idea. Everything in this game is very crazy. As time goes on, you will see more and more and more craziness happening.
What are your PP points?
That's like magic points. Yeah.
PP points?
We had those in South Park as well.
We did?
Uh-huh. That was how you used your special attacks, was using power points or PP, and then when you were explaining that, one of the kids was like, and Cartman was like, shut up! It's my game, we're calling them PP.
So, yeah. What's my favorite type of cookie? The kind in my mouth.
Animal's pretty good.
What's your favorite kind of cookie?
I like an oatmeal chocolate chip. I think a snickerdoodle works real well.
Oh, snickerdoodle's warm.
Yep.
Yum.
Yep. Like, have you ever been to the place here in town, Tiff's Treats?
Yes.
So you guys, I don't know if you guys know what Tiff's Treats is, but I'm going to explain it to you like you don't. So here in Austin, we have this place called Tiff's Treats. It's a bakery, but they also will deliver. They will deliver hot cookies and milk directly to you.
Yes.
And one day I was at work, and a friend of mine showed up, and he brought us all hot dogs. And then a customer was so happy with her service that she ordered us Tiff's Treats. Best day ever. Like, somebody just showed up with like 3 dozen hot, fresh awesome cookies and a bunch of milk, and it was just like, ah, so good.
Blood pudding cookie. I don't even know what that is.
That sounds pretty gross.
Does it?
I've never had blood pudding. I mean, I don't have anything against the idea of eating blood per se, because I am a vampire. Sure, I hear that sound.
The meteor's made of bees.
It's
Run.
bees. Uh-oh, what's going on?
What's your favorite thing to eat when you're hungover?
Greasy barbecue or cheesesteaks. I like a good big old greasy cheesesteaks.
Yum.
Uh-oh, the bee is talking to us, Kayla.
Wait, where? Why?
See it's going around his head?
I am a bee, I am not.
I'm from 10 years in the future. Future bees.
Man, does he still have the life
The
of
what?
a bee? Like the lifespan of a bee?
Oh,
Like it's like, I came back from the future to live 2 weeks.
yeah. How long do bees live anyway? Like 2 weeks, right?
I don't know. I'm not an insect.
Sent to horror of all darkness. Oh, he's telling us that Gigias is going to fuck everything up. We got to stop him. It's one legend that's been handed down from the ancient times. It says, when the chosen boy reaches the point, he will find the light. Passing of time will shatter the nightmare rock and will reveal the path of light. It is my opinion that you are that boy, Elliot Ness. This, I believe. Black. Oh, Gigi's monster planet have been set in motion somewhere on Earth. Must have been set in motion somewhere on Earth. If you start to confront the enemy immediately, you may have time to counter the evil intentions of Gigas.
So,
Wisdom, courage, and friendship. For 3 boys and a girl who will defeat Gigas. Yes.
I'm going to say a funny insect story.
Okay.
So, when I'm
Wait, can I just say that I want people to say that more often?
What?
Do not be anxious about the future. Don't be anxious about the future.
Don't worry, Jeff.
Did you listen to what I told you? Thank you for listening to my long story.
It'll be okay.
I want to talk like this bee. I want me and this bee, we're on the same wavelength. Anyway, you were funny bee story.
Yeah. So, well, it's not a bee story. It's just an insect story.
Oh, okay.
And so when I get very sleepy at night, I get extra weird. Like, really weird. And it's just free flow chroma thoughts. Like,
right.
You don't... Like, yeah, it's just whatever's there is what I'm experiencing.
So it's kind of like when other people, they talk about taking like Ambien, but this is just regular.
Yeah, this is just, oh my gosh, I'm up after 10:30 p.m. and I didn't take a nap. My brain is shutting down, but I want to be social, so I'm going to keep talking. And it's just pure imagination stream.
Okay.
Like it's reality. And John and I were talking because he is like, oh my gosh, Kayla's past her bedtime. I'm going to go talk to her. It's so exciting.
He's looking forward to it.
Because he thinks it's the most hilarious thing. And so we were talking about insects. And I was saying how we could have like a conversation with one or something. And I was like, he's like, no, you can't like explain to them XYZ. And I was like, yes, you can. You just have to go like... And I had like this backwards hand move. And that was like my serious answer. With
Okay.
And he was like, I don't know what to do with you. You now have to go to sleep. You have now broken my brain. Where you just started speaking insect at me.
Uh-oh.
I secrete blood. But yes, I will talk about, some people on the chat were saying, will I talk about teaching? If you have a teaching question, I can definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
What is your guys' favorite hangover food? I know I don't like to eat.
When you're hungover?
Yeah, not at all.
my roommate and I, when we used to go out all the time, we used to be hungover at the same time, and then we would bargain with each other, and it always came down to the exact same bargain, which was like, dude, I will buy you whatever the fuck you want to eat if you just bring me back whatever the fuck you go to eat. I will give you like $30 in cash, and I don't even want anything back. I don't even want any change back. You can keep it all. You can buy me like $8 worth of food and then keep the rest for yourself. I don't even give a shit as long as you just go out and get food and bring it back here. And it finally got to the point where we both had enough money that neither one of us could tempt the other one. It would be like, well, fuck you. I've got money.
I don't need your $30.
Right.
Everyone on the thing likes to be healthy. They're like, I like water or coconut water.
Coconut water. Yikes.
I love coconut water with the little bits in it.
I don't.
Oh, yum.
I've tried coconut water like 3 times. Don't care for it.
You have to get the right kind. The wrong kind is terrible.
All right, so we killed Starman Jr.
Yeah. Someone asked if I made people write scripts, lines when they were bad.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm way worse.
What do you make them do?
First we go through a chart of what was the behavior.
Oh my goodness.
How did it make me feel, the teacher?
Okay.
How did it make their peers feel? And how did it make them feel?
Oh God.
And is that how they wanted everyone to feel?
Right.
And what is the feeling they would like people to feel?
Look at that. God.
How could they have made those feelings happen?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it goes like, and then they have to write an apology. Dear Miss Cromer.
Yeah.
I was punching so-and-so in the butt. It made them feel sad. It made Miss Cromer angry, and that's not the feelings that I wanted them to feel. Instead, I will keep my hands to myself so we can all be happy. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's like, I've been watching, seriously though, this woman's face is freaking me out.
That's because she's happy.
That's
what happiness looks like.
Is the bee... Oh no, don't kill Buzz. He's from the future. He can cast super fire spells. What is wrong with you? That's not even a dung beetle. It's just a...
Why are you in her house?
I brought her kids back. Marg, I was much weaker than I thought. So you must begin your adventure.
And then someone said, what do you do when someone is naughty? With a winky emoticon.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I just remembered. Listen to my final words. To defeat his hero empowerment unite with the Earth. Earth will then share your mouth. 8 points. Make these places your own. Okay. One of them next called Giant Step. Go there first. Yes, I understand. Buzz. I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I played this. I never beat it. Even back when it came out when I was a kid.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Must be too hard, like Toy Story, the video game for N64.
It's very, very, very long. It's very long.
I can never beat that spider baby. It saves my life.
By the way, I'm almost gone, but did you want to hear the story one more time? No, that's all right. You can
just die.
You can die now.
You dung beetle.
That's right. Gasp. What does a bee gasp sound like?
Just through its like abdomen or its legs. So it basically is farting through its leg.
Damn it. You guys killed the magic bee from the future. I'm never rescuing your children again until the next time when they're stupid.
That's what Jeff does. When you are naughty and you kill his bee,
that's right.
He just won't rescue your children.
That's right.
So.
Oh my God, it's so bright outside now.
Hopefully you guys don't have children.
Or just don't kill my bee. That's all. It just... I'll still rescue your kids. Just, when you see an insect, like, just take a minute and be like, does this belong to somebody? Instead of, I get the dung beetle. Smack. Even though I walked in and it was totally talking and stuff. Fuzzy Pickles. Say Fuzzy Pickles.
They said if anyone saw that show, they'd know what I'm talking about when someone is naughty.
Naughty. Oh God, there was a bee in the game, so now you guys are all doing that again, huh?
I would say that no one is naughty in second grade.
Uh-huh. Yeah, second grade's all about, like, he took my He-Man, and
Pokemon.
When are we getting juice boxes, and...
Yeah.
Wait, is that dog talking to me? All right, it's obvious everybody in this entire game is insane.
Well, it's your fault for not taking the dog with you. You took the bat, but not the dog. The dog probably could have
Eat some cake and scoot up to bed. Oh, it said cake because that was what we said our favorite food was.
What does... Oh my gosh.
What?
I don't understand.
I don't understand what they're saying over there.
So what do I teach? I teach all subjects. I teach second grade.
Because you guys
My
remember...
favorite subject to teach is, I don't know, I love to do read alouds and read people's stories.
Yeah.
And I also love to do science and do some hands-on cool things and help people understand their universe a little bit better.
What?
And they love it.
Oh, no, I just want to adopt him.
What is my opinion on the Common Core?
What does that mean?
A Common Core is a set of learning standards, like things that people need to learn.
Okay.
In each grade level.
Okay.
And so it's like the core ideas kids should leave a grade with. And then in Texas, we don't have it because, our governor is like federal government.
Right.
But what's really hilarious is like the federal government who came up with Common Core is like George Bush.
Yeah.
So who was our governor? And so they're like, federal government can't tell us what to do. And George Bush is like, we do this really great thing in Texas called skills we should learn each year.
Yeah.
We should do that federally.
Yeah.
And so, like, they're totally confused.
Yes. I 100% agree with that.
So we don't have Common Core in Texas. It's actually really good. But the problem with teaching is often teachers who don't understand how to explain best practices. So, like, the things that go around the internet, like Louis C.K. and all that stuff. He's been tweeting like a crazy man about Common Core and the math and how he doesn't understand it and it's so hard.
Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, because his kids are in the thing. And so it's really hilarious because it's all the teacher's fault. Because they didn't explain it to the parents well enough or the kids well enough that they feel like they could be successful. Because basically what Common Core does is the research on math that says, hey, the reason no one understood math in, like, everyone goes, I'm not good at math.
Yeah.
Technically, that's why we're humans.
Right.
It's because we understand patterns better than any other species. That's why we understood the stars, and that's when we started farming, is because we understood pattern recognition. We're like, oh, it goes high, trees go, leaves fall down, winter, things grow. So we recognize that pattern, and we were able to, like, live longer.
Right.
And have more babies.
Right.
Because we understood those patterns.
Okay.
And so we are wired to be mathematicians. And so it's really crazy that, like, people are like, I'm not good at math. And the problem was that teachers who weren't good at math were trying to, or too good at math that they didn't know how to explain math.
Yeah.
We're teaching people. And
I had,
like,
the only class I ever failed in the history of my education was pre-calculus. And it wasn't because I'm bad at math, because I think math is really easy personally. I'm just like, you just follow the rules. They tell you the rules and then you follow them. No, that's all right. But I had this math teacher. She was this older woman, and she would explain the concepts of math by starting to tell you just like the things you needed to know about how do derivatives, or what are the ones with little exclamation points, like imaginary numbers, or I don't know, this was pre-calculus, so there was stuff going on like that. And then, hamburger in the trash, I'm taking that. But then in the middle, she would start to go off on these long-winded metaphors to try to tell you, like, oh, doing derivatives is like this. and it would be a personal story from her personal life.
Yeah.
But then she would then end up wandering further off into commentary about her personal life to the point where I was just like, well, this is fucking boring. Like, I was actually interested in learning about the derivatives, but you've now made it boring because you're talking about your fucking dogs, like the golden retrievers that you had when you were a kid. And I'm like, I was legitimately interested in learning about math, but you've now fucked it up with your life. You fucked math up with your life. How did you do that? I was the one student in this class who didn't care about the metaphor and just wanted to know how the numbers worked, and now you've made me fall asleep, and I failed.
Broke the internet. So, thank you. But
Ruffini. Yeah. Oh, God. Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Comic Court, it's okay if it's executed correctly, but the thing is they're just telling people, hey, teach this, but without teaching them the how.
Right.
And so it's kind of, and also anytime, like someone's also asking about testing and stuff like that. Anytime testing is the thing that you're trying to like, when you're not using the data to go, oh, how can I teach people better?
Mm.
Or what did they not understand?
Yeah.
But when you're like, this is how we're going to evaluate you as a human, that's when it's being used wrong.
Right. There's, yeah. I see exactly what you're talking about. I'm also very anti the idea of I saw this documentary one time, and I know that there's pros and cons to everything, and that you shouldn't judge everything in the same way. But like, I saw this documentary where they were talking about, are those ninjas? How we developed this tendency. Whoa, dude, look at these guys! It's a shark skateboarder and a pogo dude. Anyway, we've developed this tendency to oh crap, I'm gonna die. To quantify everything into numerics, right? So, like, even if you think about it's a weird thing to think about, but like we didn't used to say, you'd be like, well, do you guys think you're gonna go out this week? And you'd be like, about 75%, probably, something like that. You never used to quantify yourself with a numeric term like that.
Right.
But we've been working in this world for so long where everything has been reduced to numerics, so that it's easy to set a target, right? Is if you've got a way to measure your performance at a job or whatever in a number, if you could say that my number is 10, and you can say, all right, well, 10 is good, but that guy's got 15, so next week you're going to need to we're going to need your numbers to be up higher. Is that you've really taken something away from people. You've really taken a part of their humanity away, and that we all kind of assume that it's always been that way, and it really hasn't. It's really has not been that way. It's only been in the last 25, 30 years or so, or I'd say 20, 25 years, that we've gotten to this point where people think about themselves in terms of these numerics of what percentage of good am I, and it's cool. And it's I think it's a terrible thing, personally. I mean, I understand that it's useful to not have to talk to people, to not have to have a personal connection with another human being to evaluate them, where you could just say, like, what is your number? Oh, my number's higher than that number. I'm better than you. Like, that's real super simple to engage with people. You don't have to talk to them or make any kind of judgment about them as a human being. So,
though, I use the data. Like, so for reading, each level of reading tells me what skill the kid needs to work on.
Sure.
So instead of having groups of reading level, everyone is just where they are.
Yeah.
And we work with wherever you are, that's where we work on. If you're on 7th grade and you're in the 2nd grade, we're working on 7th grade novels.
Right.
If you are Except it's kind of hard then because sometimes the content isn't necessarily great for the brain.
Yeah.
And then if you are a second grader and you're on kindergarten level, we just start there. And so I work with every kid. Like, knowing the number is very helpful for me to know where to enter.
Absolutely.
And help them.
I would honestly think that it's probably, it sounds like, or at least from my opinion, it would be more useful to you as a teacher to have that sort of information than when you think, what I think about it in terms of is when I've had jobs.
Oh, yeah.
And like your boss, all they think of you as is, well, you know, you hit 67% on your evaluation and we want you to get 75% by next blah, 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 where they have no conception of you as a person whatsoever, and you're just this kind of number. But if you're using that data, then that's cool. I got no problem with that.
Yeah, use that data.
Use that data. Ms. Cromer, wait, I thought you were going to say, I'm doing Watch Out. Can you take over? Yes.
Oh,
okay.
I was just kidding.
We need to go to the bank. Our dad put like $85 in our bank account or whatever.
Rich.
Yeah, called him on the telephone. Dude, get out of the street.
I wish I had a dad like that. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Oh, there's a hotel. I'm going to rest and get back my hit points.
Man, I didn't know that this was going to become Kayla Talk About Teaching Day.
Yeah? Hey.
It's because we're going to go. What are we trying to find again in this video game?
8 sound areas or something. I don't remember.
But we're trying to find sounds?
We're trying to...
Why are you digging in the trash?
Because there's stuff in there.
It's so dirty.
There's stuff in there. Ah, ladies.
Oh my gosh.
Ah.
Yeah, there's so much teaching questions. Are you okay with this becoming this Chroma?
You go for it. You go for it, girl. I'm going to try to play this game.
So funny. Someone asked Star versus Teaks, or the tax test, which is a local Texas test, and they take it at the end of the year.
Oh, shit.
3rd, 4th, 5th grade, and all through junior high and high school. And except for like the last years of high school.
Yeah.
And Star is because parents were like, know what? All the other countries teach problem solving. We need to teach problem solving.
Yeah.
So they created the STAR test to see if teachers were teaching problem solving. And so that's the major difference, is that the kids have to now do problem solving.
Oh, son of a bitch.
On the test, where Teeks was more like, do you just know your shit?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the major difference. The only problem is when you give it to a 3rd grader. Because a 3rd grader is not really... Like, they're capable of problem solving to a certain level, but their brain development isn't really... Like, how many, like, 3rd graders do you know who would, like, jump off a roof? A lot of them.
Yeah.
Like, that's about where their problem solving skills are. Does it look cool to jump off roofs?
Yes. I'm going to do that. That's awesome.
And then we say, oh, this child is terrible at problem solving. It's not that they're terrible. It's just they're problem solving like a 3rd grader, like an 8-year-old.
Right.
So
Right.
So it's not always a fair assessment. But if you're trying to see who can problem solve and who can't, it's pretty great. So, I don't know. It's someone asked what I think of school food.
Yeah.
It's always good when you first get a meal contract.
Yeah.
And then the 2nd year, it's terrible. So, like...
So the first year that a company comes in to do stuff,
food.
it's good.
Oh, it's great.
And then the 2nd year, terrible.
Oh, my gosh.
Always terrible.
So, like... It's so terrible. Blah.
Yeah. There's only, okay, so...
yeah, why are you attacking Dr. Dog?
These are the enemies that the game is presenting me with. I have no real choice. I'm not strong enough to take on the street punks. So I just have to fight the crows and the dogs and stuff.
Some people are like, are we still talking about education? Some people are like, I want to hear more about education. So I'm just giving you what I see on the screen.
I'll tell you, there was, as far as institutional food goes, right? I've got a fair amount of experience with it myself from working at tech companies.
Yeah.
They all have a cafeteria. Dell's was pretty bad. Yes.
Oh, no.
Come to the hospital right away. I want to... Okay.
Doctor's fees. No.
Everything I told you applies to hospitals. Okay, let's talk to a doctor. That's not a doctor. Microsoft had a really good cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
Apple had the best.
Oh, yeah, Apple has, especially if you work for corporate down
Their
that's
cafeteria.
amazing.
They had a thing I'd never seen in a cafeteria before where they just had a bar, and it was a sandwich bar where you could just make your own sandwich, and then at the end you brought it up to the counter, and they would weigh it, and they would charge you based on how much it weighed. So the more crap you put on your sandwich, the heavier it got. The more it weighed, the more expensive it was. They had a stone fire oven to do flatbread pizzas in. They had the giant like Freebirds / Chipotle style burritos every Tuesday and Thursday. It was all really good food. Like it was all just very tasty food. Yeah, at Microsoft every Thursday they used to have full Thanksgiving dinner.
What?
Yeah,
What?
like
That's crazy.
at lunch you could go down to they were like 6 or 7 buildings that all had the same cafeteria. The cafeteria looked like a fucking chalet, like a ski lodge, and they had a bunch of different little places in there. They had the burger place, they had the home cooking place, they had the sandwich place, and they also had the place that every Thursday had turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce and gravy and all that stuff. And it was like $7 or whatever for the whole Thanksgiving dinner every Thursday.
Man.
Yep.
Were you thankful, or were you just tired?
Dude, I never ate it.
Food.
I never ate it because I was like, it's lunchtime. Why the fuck am I going to eat? Like when I eat full Thanksgiving dinner, I'm down for sometimes as much as a day and a half.
They just wanted you to not hit quota so they could have an excuse
to make you work on the weekend. God, it was, I don't know. It was okay, but oops, nope.
So my students don't call me by my first name.
Mm-hmm.
They call me Miss Cromer or just Cromer.
Or just the Cromer.
So yeah, just hey Cromer.
Yeah.
They know that my name's Kayla,
Do
and I say whenever I talk about my mom, I'll be like, my mom will say, Kayla and.
Yeah.
And so they're very aware of my first name, but I tell them we are in Kyle, Texas.
Yeah.
Which is a small town with small town values, and so don't let other adults hear you calling me Kayla at school. But if you want to call me as soon as we're out of this building, it's all time and place. You're quiet in the library. You call me Miss Cromer in school. And as soon as you're outside of school, you can be like, hey, KK. So, should us fans call you Miss Cromer? I don't care.
Man,
Sure.
hamburgers are expensive. I need
As
to
long as it's not dirty. I read that thing that somebody wrote,
Yeah.
that fan fiction.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know fan fiction was sexual.
Oh.
I thought it was just like, we go to this, because every
No.
fan fiction I've ever had written about me previously was me like fighting a bad guy, like an action drama.
No, that's not. No.
And I was like, what?
Who are you? Lots of snakes and stray dogs. Is the mayor going to let them run around and do whatever they want?
Yeah.
Um.
Do I think I should be armed? No one wants me to hold a gun. I mean, I don't think that. I mean, people are like, okay, so I come from maybe a family that's too trusting of the world.
Mm.
Like my dad used to leave his truck unlocked and the keys under the front seat.
That's a little crazy. That's a little nuts.
But like to this day, his house is unlocked. So, like, most things aren't problems. Does that make sense? Like, in my life, my dad's truck has been stolen 0 times.
Right.
Like, in my lifetime, I think kind of like people get scared of airplanes because things have happened at airplanes. I think, is it good to be like aware of your situation, what's going on?
Yeah.
But hey, someone wants to steal my dad's truck. Awesome.
Right.
But yeah. So I don't know. Like,
Hospital.
I'd much rather just focus on teaching because I don't know. I just don't live my life like something terrible is going to happen all the time.
That's good. That's really good. I generally tend not to either, but I'm sure at some point the world will prove me wrong. I don't know. I've also thought about how if you spend all of your time just worrying about stuff, then it's not worth it. Like, it's not even worth doing stuff if you just like nothing but worrying all the time.
So, Jeff, we have lots of questions for you.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. If you could date a model, who would you date?
I got a really stupid answer to that question. You guys can actually go look up online, and Kayla, you might even know who I'm talking about here. So if you guys have ever heard of, yes, I can. Oh, haha, Christabel.
Yes.
She was in a band here locally called 8.5 Souvenirs. Then she went to L.A. She got married. She became a model. When she was here in town, I had the biggest crush on her. I used to go see her all the time. Creepy, like 21-year-old Jeff just totally had a crush on this girl. And, it's funny because... Because she moved to L.A. and then she came back, and I heard that she was playing a show, and I went to go see her, and I was like, hey, how's it going? She's like, great. I was like, I moved out here, got married, got a kid now, and I was like, that's wonderful, fantastic, good for you. But she also lost a bunch of weight. And the thing is that when I first saw her, she was playing in 8.5 Souvenirs, and they were like this total swing band, right? Or you'd call it like...
We were probably at the same shows.
Yeah, French jazz kind of thing. Like they do Django Reinhardt tunes and stuff like that. And she had this like just beautiful, gorgeous voice, like fucking just go, oh my God, that's so awesome. And she was also very like, she was shaped like a fucking lady, like, right? She wasn't, Kate Moss. She had like all them curvy things going on. And then when she came back to Austin, she was super skinny, and I was just like, oh, that's really depressing to me, because she was the nicest person I'd ever met. She had a super good voice and this wonderful outlook in life. And it's not like she turned into a shitty person after she went to LA or whatever, but she just got real skinny, and that, like I said, that bummed me out. Made me real sad.
So, Jeff, if you could give your 21-year-old self advice, what would it be?
Probably to start up a website about video games and talk over them. I'd probably just give my 21-year-old self Jason Murphy's phone number. That's what I would do.
Oh, no, you wouldn't want to know him then. He was like married to a different woman.
Oh, yeah.
Sad. he was just murdering himself at Dell.
Yeah.
When I met Jason Murphy before Allison,
yeah,
his life was pretty vanilla.
If I could tell my old self anything, it would be, I don't know if I would listen to myself more than I would listen to anybody else. But if I could just tell myself, like, dude, there are people in this world and they want to hear you talk into a microphone. Because if you would have told me that when I was 21, I would have been like, you were a crazy person. That's not remotely true. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say because of the way that I thought and, the people that I hung out with and stuff like that. Like, I didn't believe that anybody would want to listen to me ramble into a microphone for 3 hours every Sunday. That's crazy talk. That's insanity. So if I can make my younger self understand that, like, people want to listen to you and you will have a good time, like, interacting with them and talking with them and talking about video games and stuff, then I wish I would have known that many years ago, because then I could have started doing this shit. I've wanted to do this job that I'm doing for a year, right?
Oh, really?
For forever, since I was 17 or since that's too young. I'd say maybe like 18 or 19. I was getting on the internet.
That
I was seeing
when the internet was born.
Right. I was seeing these websites that were doing game stuff, and I was just like, no, actually, I tell you what, that's not even true, because I was ridden Nintendo Power when I was a kid, and I wanted that job too. So I've been wanting to do video game press/journalism my entire life. And the only thing that ever held me back was this firm belief that, like, you can't do that. Nobody wants to listen to what you have to say. Stupid. So, whoa, $7,500.
No one wants to hear what you have to say, Jeff. Stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Now everyone's going to be mad at me. Then they're like, hey, Kayla Cromer, what would you tell 21-year-old self Cromer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, poor 21-year-old Kayla.
Poor 21-year-old Kayla.
So, I love my family.
Uh-oh. Move them.
But they create like a real strange dynamic. And so I was scared of things. Like really scared of things.
Uh-huh.
Like I would not like. So I moved to San Antonio to get away from my family, get a little space.
Yeah.
And like I only drove on 2 roads that I knew.
Yeah.
In San Antonio. So yeah, like 281 and San Pedro.
Okay.
And then I'd drive to Austin. I wouldn't do anything I didn't know. My anxiety was so bad that like I actually went on my first dates in college.
Uh-huh.
And the poor guy who asked me on my first couple dates, I was able to spill my soda on him every single time.
What?
Because I get so nervous that I just lose all control of my hands and just smash glasses and
yeah.
I need sippy cups. Like at 21 years old, because I was just so anxious about life. So I think I would give myself like, here's a credit card, go get help. Like,
yeah,
this isn't okay. There are people who can help you.
Yeah.
Instead of learning the really slow, hard way. Because, like, I would say the first time I, like, got over my social anxiety was when I started Spill, was kind of the start of that.
Yeah.
Like, it was, I've been teaching for a few years, so I learned to kind of talk to parents and then talking to, like, people because of Spill and stuff like that. Yeah.
I
and
still
then I went to a lot of therapy.
Got social anxiety. Don't have the time or inclination to. I don't have health insurance, so
yeah.
what am I gonna do?
But oh my gosh, like I wouldn't open doors that I hadn't opened before without someone showing me how. Like, I could not go, hey, I've never been to that restaurant. I'm gonna go to that restaurant. I would like wait in my car until I could see someone walk into the restaurant so I would know exactly the right way to do it.
I don't understand. Why didn't you know how to open a door?
I don't even know. Like I didn't even know like the idea of being wrong was so frightening.
Are you British? Is that what happened? Were you born in Britain? That's like what I see in British sitcoms, right? Is that everybody's so scared of being wrong all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to go grind.
So everyone wants to know if they should start their own website.
Sure, start your own website. I tried to get my friends to all do it, and then none of them would. I was like, hey, I have one friend who I'm almost positive could never be listening to my show ever. And he's like this like super, super, super opinionated guy, but he's just like, he's just really like knows what he likes and doesn't want to put up with anything that he doesn't like, right? And I'm like, you should get a camera and go onto YouTube and say these things on YouTube. Because chances are you're going to find a group of people that are going to enjoy your taste and they're going to like come back to you week after week to see what you thought was cool this week. Because they like the stuff that you like, and by following you, they will find out about stuff that, because this is a friend of mine, he's a real kind of like I'd say he's good at like sniffing out like new bands and new movies and stuff you've never heard of before, right?
Right.
And then being like, oh, you would totally dig this, you should listen to this. So I kept trying to get him. I was like, you should totally make your own thing. And he was just like, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's worth it. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that that I'm so kind of hungry for validation that, I want my own website. And now that I found that anybody in the world is any interest in listening to me, I'm just like, you can't stop me now.
Yeah.
I just thought that everybody's going to tell me to shut up. And now I've got like 12 people that are like, don't shut up. I want to hear more. And I'm like, yeah.
You're like, I want to hear you talk all day.
Yep. Somebody said that I had their favorite voice. And I was like, did you go through that thing, Kayla? Everybody, the first time you hear your own voice recorded, you're just like, oh my God, that's the worst.
I dated nothing but radio, television, film guys, so I was always at the radio station at college.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, I had the meanest boyfriend, and he was like, you have a terrible voice.
What?
I never want to hear you.
What?
Live. You're a wonderful person with a terrible voice. Too nasally, all that stuff. And on Spill, all the time. Stop Kayla from talking.
Why?
All the time, because I have a terrible voice.
Why? I don't understand that.
But people who listen to the content of what I'm saying know that I'm crazy.
Yeah.
So they like that part. But yeah. They can't tell. Everyone's like, who'll be mean to Kayla? Jeff should shut up. No, Jeff, don't shut up. Like, why do you have a problem with the Second Amendment?
Well, somebody said that. I don't understand what that.
I think that's because we said Kayla shouldn't be armed.
Oh,
I don't know.
No, I don't necessarily have a problem. Well, no, that's true. I do have a problem with the Second Amendment. I'll go out and say it. I don't think that it's. I think that the Second Amendment was written to have an armed rebellion against an unlawful government, and that's not possible anymore. You and your AR-15 are not going to like beat the government. And I think that when I look at I tell you what, Kayla, you say whatever you want to about politics or whatever. Maybe I oversimplify things. You look at the deaths from guns in the UK and the deaths from guns in the United States.
Yeah, but look at the deaths from Shankins.
Yeah. From Shankins?
Yeah.
That's where the real problem is. We should take away outlaw shanks, everybody. I'm actually in the National Shank Association. We say shanks don't kill people. People kill people. But I don't know. I mean, I've got friends that have guns. I don't necessarily have any real super serious problems with guns, but you just read all this stuff about, like, I read an APD article 5 years ago that talked about how almost every single gun that they pick up that is used in a violent crime has gone through like 4 different sets of hands.
Right.
So what happens is that you buy a gun legally and then you sell it to your friend for $20 because you don't want it anymore, and then they trade it to their friend for a couch. And then that person buys drugs from somebody with it and gives them that gun for it. And then by the time that somebody ends up getting shot with that gun, the police, the only person that they know about who has paperwork is you. So they go and they're like, hey, somebody just shot somebody. And you're like, I haven't had that gun in 10 years. And it's just a logistical nightmare for them.
And then they're telling you to look at Afghanistan, Vietnam, Syria.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're gonna. I've done this dance before, you guys. I've done this dance before. Those are not. That's not equivalent. There's not an equivalency there. You're making a false equivalency. But I'm not gonna argue about that.
Let's not talk about that. We're being attacked by a crow.
I'm not gonna argue about that. It's not something that I'm really interested in, because I've also had this thing. That I was.
We're like dark today on Mother's Day.
Yeah, Mother's Day.
How are we going to change the education
Super
system?
dark. Get stabbed. What?
How do we feel about Second Amendments? What?
Waterhead. Okay. I've been more reinforced. Last week I read this article on this website called Gama Sutra that does video game stuff, that talked about how.
Is that dog going to attack you?
Oh, well, he would, but I'm going around him. That talks about the way that your brain chemistry works with brands, with like if you're. It was talking specifically about Sony versus Xbox fanboyism, right? and it talked about the way that they've done these studies that say that when you buy something, a lot of times you get the same neuropsychological chemical release that you get when you're in love, right? It's one of the reasons that people will buy like Beanie Babies or something like that, right? Is that they get the same impulse, they get the same burst of brain chemistry, and it also they get essentially the same emotional effects as like when you first fall in love with somebody, right? You don't want to, when you do that, you don't want to hear anything bad about them, right? So when you say bad stuff about the thing that these people like, what you're essentially getting is the same. It's the same as if you were to talk bad about somebody's girlfriend that they just started dating, and they're like in that super early "I'm totally in love with that person" phase. And that's maybe why people are so vehemently defensive about anything, everything. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm going off on tangent.
You're a tangent. I don't know. Like,
I find it incredibly difficult to talk to people online.
Right.
Because nobody really wants to have a discussion. They just want to be right. And I don't necessarily have a problem with that. It's just that we treat online like it's a discussion, like it's a public for forum debate, not like it's, I just want to be right, and you need to shut up and let me be right. Let's see here.
So
anyway.
Yeah, and also just to kind of, because I've seen a couple complaints on the boards.
Yeah.
Just a couple things. One is I am not on my laptop. We have this new screen thing, so if you want something to be seen, I have seen like a couple things show up a couple times, and I'll bring them up as I see them, but mostly I listen to the conversation that I have with Jeff.
Right.
So that we're kind of on topic. So as much like I'm waiting for the perfect time for your goat simulator question, it just hasn't come up yet. So don't worry.
I've seen your question. That was a joke. Whenever I say that, it's totally a joke.
So, I kind of have them stored in the back of my mind, waiting for that perfect moment, today went kind of dark.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought it was really interesting hearing your opinions. So, our opinions are also our opinions. Doesn't, like, if you knew us.
Yeah.
In real life, internet people who we love and adore and are so glad you're here. These are just how we feel and how we process the world. And we're so glad that you are interested.
Sure.
But if it's going to make you mad at us, like, maybe don't ask us questions that make you mad.
Yeah. Are they mad? I can only...
Some people are like, let's have a genuine discussion. And it's really hard when you're just discussing with me.
No, it's...
And and I just find that, like... If we're having a discussion, it needs to be more of a real life forum.
Yeah, it's very difficult, especially because there's a delay in what we're even saying here.
Right.
Like before it gets to you guys, there's totally like a time delay, which makes it even more difficult. But I generally, I spent a lot of time talking about politics with friends of mine and with other people that weren't friends of mine, arguing about politics and belief and stuff like that. And to be honest, I'm weird because I'll let people change my mind. If you make a good enough case, I'll change my mind. Like, I don't have a problem with that. You can talk to me and I'll listen to you, and if you make a good enough point, I'll consider it. But I've found that almost nobody that I've ever talked to in real life about politics or religion, nobody wants to. They're not interested in changing their mind, and so I just don't do it anymore. I used to all the time.
Yeah.
I used to have discussions with my friends. We used to get into arguments about all kinds of stuff. And at a certain point, I realized that people just don't care really as much about the things that I care about, and so I just kind of stopped talking about it with other people. So I don't know.
I come from a family full of opinions.
Yeah.
So,
jerk.
like I want to get back to the Mother's Day question later.
Okay.
But I'm just going to kind of let people know what my family system looks like and like major emotions each of my family members have.
Yeah.
So I live in town and I eat dinner with my family every Tuesday. Every Tuesday I have family dinner.
Yeah.
I am 32 years old and whoever's in town can come in town, right?
Yeah.
So I have my grandfather, who is an atheist computer salesman.
Okay.
Like, he introduced the calculator to Europe.
Wait,
like,
what?
Yeah, like in the 70s when TI made the calculator,
he
was the head admin who brought the calculator to Europe.
That's crazy.
So he is incredibly analytical, very dry, atheist kind of dude. My grandmother is a macrobiotic eating hippie lady who goes to hippie church. And what they do is like they put their prayers on paper and set them on fire to send them to God. So these two people are married.
Right. Sounds about right.
Then there's my uncle who's very, very loving, hardest worker I've ever met. Very, like, I don't know, like he just kind of sees the world clearly and has very clear ideas of how people should feel and love, but he's very like much like his dad, where he's very systematic, you know. Then I have my mom, who is like, she goes to like a church where everyone's like, yeah, sing it, you know,
right?
And she's incredibly liberal.
I've been to those churches before; they're cool.
Yeah, you know. And then, so this is my liberal side,
right?
The family. Then my mom married my father, who is libertarian, Harley dude, believes in guns. So it's like my mom like has to like get some conflict in her life, you know. And then he married like this hippie art teacher lady who just doesn't care. She's just like, everything's cool, man, you know.
Right.
That's my stepmom.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys want to eat some salad? Like, most laid back human I've ever met. Then my mom married a Pentecostal Republican.
Jeez Louise,
to
Kayla.
have my other sister. Like,
your family's a Wes Anderson movie. This is fucking crazy.
And so all I've ever experienced is people with incredibly different opinions. Like, there's really no reason any of these people should ever talk to each other, let alone create children together. Like, yeah, they did. So and we eat dinner together on Tuesdays. Okay. So I feel very lucky where I've been in an environment where everyone can share their opinion. They're probably not going to change anyone's opinion. Yeah. But there's always like a foundation of love where you're not going to be rejected for your opinion, which I don't find that the internet gives people that feeling.
I think that most of the time when people don't have to physically say the things that they say to another person's face, it very much emboldens them. And being somebody that came from a background of technical support, I have seen that if people talk to you over the telephone, they're also very emboldened because they feel like they can say anything to you because you can't physically assault them. You cannot attack them with your hands. And I think that that's like in my opinion, some of the entire basis of human manners is that you can't attack somebody with your hands, because if you could,
everyone's chasing you.
I worked retail.
Yeah.
And there are crazy people in retail, but you have a much higher, like, they have to be really crazy in retail to start screaming at you in a store. Most people in face-to-face interaction when I was working retail, tended to be a little bit more polite with each other. Whereas people on the internet, people in on our website, on all websites, like, I hate the idea that people think that they can interact with other human beings by just saying whatever the hell they want to. Because I was raised to believe that you've got to be nice to people, right? You have to have
so
like
weird
manners and stuff, right? And that's not the world that we live in anymore. And a lot of times it really bums me out. Like it's made me into an old man, Kayla, is what it's done. Because it's made it to be like where I look at the world and I go, God damn, like, what's wrong with people? What's wrong with kids these days? Like, right? I never had to do that before, and now I totally do that. Okay, I am going in circles here. I've got to figure out where to go next in this game.
How do we find out? Do we look on the internet?
I'm just trying to look around. Let's
look around. The punks keep punking us.
Bash.
So.
But.
So, on that note, I did. What would I give my mother on Mother's Day? I saw my mother's this Mother's Day.
There you go.
And I set up oh my goodness, someone wrote a whole bunch of words. I can't even. Lots of V's.
Oh, he's doing the quote for V for Vendetta.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a lot of alliteration in that. Lots of words. I set up a brunch for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so we made croissant, chicken salad sandwiches, and I made a cold pasta salad and cantaloupe with prosciutto, and I made a delicious cake that looked like a cat, and on the cake it said, Happy Meowthers Day.
That's pretty freaking adorable. Let's see.
What did you do for your mother?
I'm going to call her when we get done with this. I don't really do. I mean, my parents don't live in town anymore, so I don't talk to them as much as I used to. Where the shit am I supposed to go? I think I am going to look this up on the internet in a minute if I don't figure it out.
During cigarette break?
Yeah. I might have to take a quick break and then I'll look it up. Actually, you know what? There is this trash can over here. Oh, the sharks are all at the game place. I'm going to go in the game place. Maybe I can find one of my other people in here.
But yeah, your parents are pretty wonderful.
My parents are cool.
I met them. They were really nice.
Yeah, my parents, everybody in the entire world absolutely loves hanging out with my parents. My mom is super nice, and she's like crafty as hell, and she can do all kinds of stuff. My dad can talk about, he knows everything about a lot of stuff, and he will talk to you forever about whatever it is. And like he knows how to talk. He's a master's of English. He's like incredibly well read. He keeps up on all kinds of stuff. So he can literally talk about anything with anybody. My friends all used to love it when my dad came to town because he would go out to the bar and buy everybody pitchers because he just wanted to drink the one of the local beers that we had here in town.
Will you ever bring your sister on the show?
Probably not. She wouldn't really be interested in coming on the show. Oh, there we go. Is that...
Do your family all have beards?
No. My dad had a mustache.
Ooh. My dad always has a mustache, and if he shaves it off, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He has the ugliest upper lip I've ever seen.
Ugh.
I'm super glad I didn't get that upper lip. And then Salty Kenny said, the Beards. I love that band. They're really great. I'm a beard champion, so...
Yeah, I wish I could find... I used to have red hair. I used to have like they bleach it out and they dye it like this dark, actual like red, not like Irish red or whatever. When I was younger, the first thing I did was I grew a goatee. Just the goatee with no mustache. And then years later, I had the little wrap around your mouth goatee style.
Yes.
But then, like, I think I had that when I lived in Seattle, and then when I came home, all of my friends from Austin were sporting that exact same look, and I was like, well, god damn it. So then I shaved all off, and I stayed shaved for a long time. Where the hell? Okay, I'm in the arcade. None of the sharks really want to mess with me.
They think you'll be a great dad one day. We'll be celebrating Mother's Day with you.
No, yes. Probably not.
No?
Probably not.
Uh-oh.
But whatever. That's too maudlin.
I'm never going to be a mother.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a terrific aunt. Where's my aunt's day?
Yeah. Is there an Ants Day?
No, I don't think so.
I've been watching. We were at the bar the other day, and Zoolander was on. So, what is this? A day for ants?
A school for ants.
Right, I know.
I wish I was as small as an ant.
Why?
Because that'd be awesome.
But you get like stepped on. It would be terrible.
Oh my gosh, there's this really cute video of this planet delivery dude, and he has to deliver this like microscopic package, and he lands on the planet but is actually like creating mass panic because he doesn't realize he's delivering this package to a microscopic colony, and every footstep is destroying people.
Nice.
It's a hilarious short. I'll put it on the comments after the
I don't think nobody commented on your Predator video last week. I wonder.
But I had like 500 views.
Oh, did you? Okay, there you go.
And they put a couple comments on the thing that says like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, cool. I didn't get a chance to watch it myself. This has not been a really good week for me. I've been sick. I got these like hives, and I got these bumps on my hand and like a rash. I kind of considered canceling the thing
today.
Do you
have shingles?
No, I have the. Okay, so have you ever had on your finger? This only happens on your hands and your feet. You get like these little like subcutaneous like boils, sort of.
Fifth disease?
What's that?
Fifth disease?
I don't know what that is. It's called. It had a name, but it was like a PH, some crazy name, and I couldn't remember it. But I usually get like one or two. Like sometimes when I'm drawing for a long time, I get like one or two, and they're just under the skin. They're kind of itchy. They're a little painful. After we did our Joachim Sebastian Joust video, like my finger is covered in them. You can see them.
Oh my gosh!
No, it's not contagious.
I know.
Nobody knows where it comes from. It's just kind of itchy and it kind of sucks. And then the day after that, I woke up and I had like these like hives on my arm that are all up and down both of my arms. And then I also had some kind of my stomach is revolting on me and going absolutely berserkoid. So yeah, not the best week at Old Rage Casa de Rage Select this week.
Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna go in here because it says don't enter. Okay,
Jeff, they really want you to start a vlog, and then you could tell about your man on the street perspective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hotels.
About mutating. I used to get hives all the time when I would eat food.
I thought that it might be. The weird thing is that the way that the bumps started out, they're better today, but the way that they started out, they were kind of right in the place where I was holding the Move controller when we were playing Johann Sebastian Joust. Almost like, because it was in a cardboard box, and I was thinking like maybe it's like it was in that box rubbing up against something, and then that was some kind of weird allergy that I don't even know that I have. How do I... Do they sell better stuff at the drugstore? Do you...
Hey, what can you do today? I have this.
Yes! Oh, God, that's what I needed. T-ball bat.
How come the cheap bracelet's $100?
It's super cheap. Yes.
They're being ironic.
What else can I do for you?
How come they sell cracked bats?
Yes. Okay. I don't believe people have been screaming in the chat for me to do that for a while. Or maybe they have.
Nope. They're more interested in you finger banging mantis ladies. So
yeah, we need some new material on this show. It's been the same for a little while now. All right, I'm gonna go to City Hall and see if I can talk to the mayor.
Just letting you know, but just kind of ignoring mantis ladies.
You feel free to ignore whatever you want.
I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Does your face still tingle, Jeff?
Face tingling.
So, okay, so we were talking about the Predator video. Last week we were talking, if you watched the stream or the recording of the stream, that I have unintentionally done blackface twice in my life. And both times are recorded. One with Rage Select. Totally unintentional. It was totally supposed to just be green screen face to drive Jeff crazy.
Yes.
And the second time, because he's always like, don't let your hair be the wrong color green.
Right.
So I just came in with green face.
Yep.
Because I am a petulant child. And then I was talking about how I did it for a Predator video that I did for a competition. It was a 48-hour video, and yeah, we didn't know that blackface was a thing. Well after I made that video. So it's on my YouTube channel, the Kayla Crow YouTube channel, and it's the most watched video that I've ever done.
Yeah.
26,000 views now.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's not great, but I think we do a pretty good job, and people were really kind in the comments. So, yeah. How did you like that mic on your teeth, dude?
Yeah.
So, they did a show, right? You, Grant, and Jason did a thing?
Yes, where it was live action. We actually recorded ourselves because the game didn't have any graphics to speak of. It just had pictures of people, and then when you got like punked out of the game, the picture would go red or whatever. So there wasn't really anything to watch. So we set up 2 cameras and we did that. And at one point, I had the mic held up to my face, and Jason elbowed it, and it smacked me in the teeth.
Now you know how I feel.
Why?
Yeah, always putting your mic in my face.
Yeah, I don't usually like try to hit you in the teeth with it though. Yeah, I do want to start a fight.
Yeah. Oh, Grant. Everyone loves Grant. Why is Grant so likable? What does he do that's so great?
Grant, he doesn't care. That's the thing. That's the only reason I can think of. I mean, nobody starts crap with Jason either. Like they don't go after him for not finding things in video games or like not being like the greatest person in the world at video games. I'm just like...
So wait, are we in a hula hoop contest right now? This is lies. I would totally beat this dude.
It's not really like that.
How much does one Grant cost? He wants to buy them.
You can't buy Grant.
Yeah, we're not human trafficking here.
That's right. We're not white slavers. What do we look like? White slavers? Mother's Day, everybody. Oh, what do we look like? White slavers? Woo, Mother's Day. Hi, Mom. I hope you're not watching this stream today.
Like, my students are very aware of the video game show.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, right. Miss Cromer plays video games, but what do we know about her video game show? It's not for kids.
Oh, is that what they say?
I've taught them how to say that all together in uniform.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, you dude, I want to go in.
Because they're like, when we have like a kid visit our class or something, they're always really shocked that like I know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah. And they're like, oh, Miss Cromer has a show, but it's not for kids.
I just like the idea of them all saying it together in unison. What is it? Not for kids. All right. Good job, everybody.
Don't go to my show. You can be
Who's
my
this guy?
Instagram friend in junior high. You can be my Facebook friend in high school.
Whoa. Oh, it's Frank. We're fighting Frank. Whoa.
He is so tough. I want to date that dude. Sorry, Rubio.
I don't know. Let's see here. I'm going to eat this hamburger.
Yes. Wait.
Oh,
you
no.
said my hamburger was nasty. You don't know about my hamburger.
He psyched us out. 15 damage. Okay, that's fine.
Ugh.
I spent so much time like
You
just walking
smashed him.
around that it's going to be fine. Frank brandished a
How old are
knife.
Kayla's students? 7 and 8 years old.
What, Frank? Come on. I spent so much time walking around that I was able to beat Frank in no time. Fail-proof Frank can't be beaten. Puff, puff, puff. And this is Frankie Stein Mark II.
Uh-oh.
Is he turning...
What? Hey, I've seen that dude before. Where is he from? This video game?
This video game, I don't...
So me telling my kids that it's not for kids doesn't make them want to see it more. Because one of the things about Miss Cromer is I tell it like it is.
Yeah.
So I tell them, hey, if we can have an honest conversation about this, I would have an honest conversation about it.
Yeah.
But if not, I would not. And so my 11-year-old sister is like, I'm like, hey, as long as we're not at a place where it's inappropriate to have conversations, I will tell you anything I know.
Right.
And she is already like, everyone else in the whole universe sucks. Everyone just lies or keeps things from me. Kayla's the only person who's honest. Mm-hmm. And so, because my students and my littlest sister, who's 11, feel that I'm honest. Yeah, they don't question that. Like, they're like, oh no, there must be really something wrong with that. And I go, it's just because you're 7 and it's just not for 7-year-old brains. And I go, plus it's really boring. You would rather play Minecraft than watch someone play Minecraft.
This is true. This is very true. Actually, somebody on our YouTube channel today was like...
Have I heard the good news? Oh, no.
What's that?
I don't know.
What are they talking about?
I don't know.
Is it the chat saying that?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's good? I don't know what the good news is.
Okay.
Somebody was like, God, can't you just shut up and play the game? You two are so chatty. And it was like, that's kind of the point. It's kind of the point of this whole channel of like, we could have a million videos where I just took footage of a video and put it up on the internet without saying anything over it. Like, that's not hard to do. That's super simple. That's like way easier than what we do now.
Yeah, I'm sure your numbers will be so high for that.
Just burp, burp, burp. Actually, there's plenty of channels that do that get a lot of numbers.
Yeah, because they're like, I just want to see this game.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep. That's where I generally tend to think when people tell us to shut up that's what they're doing. That they just want to watch the entire game without buying it because they think that everything should be free. So, I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah. Would I tell a kid that Santa's not real?
Yeah.
What I tell the kid is, you want Santa to be real.
Yeah. I looked over there and somebody asked if we could have Allison play dive kick on this show. I think that playing dive kick for 3 hours might be too much even for me. Dive kick is a fighting game that lasts for like every round of dive kick lasts for like 18 seconds.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is it almost like that dick game you gave us?
Oh, Mount Your Friends?
No. Where we like shoo shoo with a little sword and then
Nidhogg. Oh, cool. I could talk to the mayor now. Boom. Finally. Get out of my way, cop.
What's your favorite game of all time, Kayla Cromer? Risk.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. On the iPad, I got like all the awards.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Win the Game in 4 Moves award.
Oh my God. I just realized what the hell is going on here. I haven't had a single cup or single sip of the coffee that I bought for this show before we started doing the show. So Kayla, I'm going to leave you with this game. You can play it if you want to.
No way, I'm not touching it. It's now time for the
afraid
Kayla
of
Cromer.
hive cooties. Yes, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. I will be right back.
So, welcome to the Kayla Cromer Eats Cherry Pie while answering your question show. It is a fast question around. There's no video game playing because I'm not touching his stuff. So, go ahead. I'm waiting for Sparkle Fandango to play Jazz Punk. Don't know what that is. Sparkle Fandango. We'll see if it comes back. Have I ever had to deal with depression? Oh, yes. And everyone deals with it differently. Dr. Von Boogie, my name is KaylaCrow@gmail.com. Please email me if you give me kind of an idea of how it is working. I can kind of help you go in the right direction. Steal the beer. From who? I live at a beer house. I now live with John Rubio, and we have lots of beer. I don't need to steal it. We got the best beer. Best thing to eat for breakfast is waffles, pancakes, eggs, all in a pile. I don't know. Buffet. Yum. Idea for next beard contest. This is the hardest thing. I wanted to do fire beard, but I'm really worried about like air pressure and stuff hitting me in the face with fire, so I don't know. Who's the shortest member of Rage Select? Allison or Grant? Kayla depressed, I always seem happy. I have a happy sounding voice. I am generally happy, but life is not awesome. And so it's really hard to have a life that you're living all the time. So I try my best, and sometimes things get really bad. I come from people who genetically have depression, so I have to deal with that. What occupation did I want to be when I was a kid? Nothing. Just want to be rich and do nothing. That's still what I want, but I'm happy being a teacher. I thought I was going to be a nurse for a long time. How did the Rooster Teeth bed at RTX 2013 turn out? So they bought the bed. It was kind of a weird thing. They hurt the teeth. Looked terrible. Looked awful. And I'm just kind of sad about that. And they never used it for the thing they wanted to use it, because I was like, I don't feel comfortable with 18-year-olds moving it. Can we get people who are stronger? And they were like, oh, I don't know. My first concert was the Horde tour with Blues Traveler. I love that. Have I made anything for my mother other than breakfast? Today I make stuff for her all the time. A lot of art. Do I like cats? I love cats. My cat's name is Sparkle Fandango, Whiskey Foxtrot, McGillicuddy the Third. She is 16 now. She's an old cat, but she's super, super great. Kayla, talk shit about Jeff. Yeah, well, you know Jeff, he's always working, and he's always like being nice and buying beer for people.
Yeah, I hate that guy, man. He's such a jerk. What a jerk, man.
Thank you, B Duke City. B Duke City just said the beers cakes look awesome. That's my first specialty cake I've made since my allergies went away. So.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking about depression.
Okay. Depression sucks.
It sucks, and like I said, I have a genetic depression. Also, life can be hard. Mm-hmm. Like, I've been homeless before.
Yeah.
I've been raped. Yeah, like, I've had really terrible things happen to me.
Yeah.
That are hard to process.
Right.
So I have been depressed, but like, so we're talking about this wonderful light thing about depression.
Uh-huh.
Like, but the thing about depression is you don't even need something to like activate it.
No.
Like, sometimes it could just be how your serotonin levels are affecting. You're like, every day is beautiful and I feel awful. Like, so, like I said, there's situational depression, there's genetic depression, there is imbalances with your endocrine system. So, like, I'm not a doctor, but I can kind of figure out Like, I can help you figure out what kind of doctor you should talk to.
Yeah.
Yay, happy Mother's Day. Yeah, tell me about it. My mom went into a depression when I was 17. It was like, it's the first time I was ever like mean to my mother.
Whoa.
I wrote her a big, ugly letter about how I wanted that. Do I need a hug? I don't need a hug. I get hugs all the time.
Kayla's she's a hugging master. She hugs me all the time. I don't like touching other people. I don't like physical contact with human beings. Oh, cool.
But yeah, like
Woots.
I'm glad Rage Select is helping people with your depression. Yes, virtual hugs, but I'm the hug person. Like we always say that, like I'm the hug beard for Jeff.
Yeah.
he brought on Sparkle Fandango to hug the fans so they wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
I love hugs.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. You know, when I was when I was talking about before, when I was a kid, you know, I was born like in 1978. But the family that I was raised in were real like, ooh, what's a skip sandwich? It was like, keep your hands to yourself, be polite, don't engage with other human beings about certain types of things. So it's just not generally a thing that I do very often. In fact, I used to get not like depression or anything, but I used to get really, really, really anxious about the first few times that we ever had to do where we had to meet people, right? Where we had to go do stuff and meet people in public, our fans, because it was like, it's weirdly uncomfortable to me. And what's one of those things that you don't know about all the time is some people have a very, very difficult time taking any kind of compliments, right?
Yes.
I happen to be one of those people. It's very easy for my brain to circumvent the nice things that people say about me. Like they'll say something nice and my brain will be like, dude, they're totally lying to you.
That's if you notice why when they told me I talk bad about you, I was giving you compliments.
Right.
Because I know in your brain you can't process it correctly.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. So like the first few times that we did things where we met people, it was like, damn it, Antoid, just die already. There we go. People would come up to me, oh, I love the show so much, and it would be like it would be like just kind of like recoiling from the sentiment of hey, you're great, and it'd be like, okay, thank you, I guess, whatever, and you know, eventually kind of learn how to get around that stuff. It's hard sometimes. Eventually, what I was telling somebody the other day was that it's a lot harder to deny that you're doing something right or that you're not terrible human being when you have, like, you know, a website now that's been in business for a year that is successful, right?
Yeah.
And people are all the time going like, oh my God, this is so funny. And they're all writing you letters about like, hey, I had this really bad time in my life and listening to you guys help me through it and stuff. You can only get so much of that before it becomes stupid, not of your, you can't deny anymore that there's something right happening. So that's been a really interesting thing in my life. This is a really, really personal and intense Mother's Day stream here on Rage Select.
Said, like, I can't believe you glossed over what I said earlier, but
well,
I'm not glossing over it. I just am so matter of fact that it's happened. Like I've gone to the processing point where I can say, like, I ate breakfast.
Yeah.
These things happen. Like, they don't have the emotional charge that people who are still processing have. Mm-hmm. So I'm not trying to take away from anyone else's emotions related to the subject.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not. But just where I am in my life.
Yeah.
And after, like I said, I would have told myself to go to intense therapy a lot earlier, like when I was 21, because I couldn't even imagine if I did that when I was 21 instead of waiting until I was 27.
Yeah.
Like, how much more life I would have lived had I done that earlier. So, and I did. I went to intense therapy every week for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I had homework every day for that therapy. So, like I said, it's not that I'm compartmentalizing or anything. It's just I've processed it to be, it's the thing that happens. So definitely, if you have those feelings, not trying to trivialize it. And I just, because I could tell by the emotion of some of the words written that some of you are probably going through some really hard things. And it makes me want to cry a little bit. Like, you know, like I'm so empathetic. I'm just like, why is everybody sad?
Yeah.
Don't worry about John. John hugs me every day and he doesn't even have to be told to. So people are like, tell John to hug you every day. I'm like,
he doesn't seem like the sort of person that needs to be told that explicitly. Uh-oh.
I think he's excited that I'm living with him because now it's like he doesn't have to wait. Because before we lived together, we would only have dates on Saturday and Wednesday, so we'd only see each other 2 days a week.
Yeah.
So now it's like every day hugs, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I everyone's friend? No. You can't be as opinionated as I am and be everyone's friend. But do I want everyone to have the best life for themselves? Yes. Like, do I have a goodwill towards people? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I friends with everyone? No.
That's... Ooh, what?
I even have enemies. Dun, dun, dun.
What?
Like, I have people who we don't get along so much that we can't be in the same room together.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds totally... Everyone's like, yeah, Kayla's so nice. It's like, yeah, but if we're always rubbing the wrong... Like, not everyone's for everyone, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
crap.
It is. It does feel like an after-school special Rage Select, right? Maybe it's because it's Mother's Day and we're super sentimental.
I'm gonna die in this cave.
It's because he's mice.
Yeah.
And the anthnoids.
Oh, God. Okay, run away. Run away. I need to...
You try to get away.
And I did!
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay, I gotta get the
How
hell...
many cigarettes do you smoke a day?
Depends on the day. Usually around...
How about when you're stressed out over a video game?
Oh, son of a bitch. This is not a good...
Do I have nemesis? Name them. No one from Spill, no one you guys would be aware of are my nemesis. That's because I wouldn't be near them. If like we were like Corey or anything like that, I'm like, if I wouldn't be around these people if they were my nemesis. That's what makes them a nemesis.
Right.
What you get is you don't get my rage. You don't get me making drama. I just don't deal with you. So
where is the rope? I gotta get out of here.
Total apathy from me.
Lazy Croak, you've asked that like 4 times, and I don't know the answer to that question. I still don't understand the dive kick thing, but that's fine. I would never try to tell somebody not to, that they have to like something. I'm just right now trying to get the hell out of this stupid cave. I didn't bring enough. No, that's a rat. I don't want to. Where's the rope? No, bug. No.
What's a Nancy Grace?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Damn
But
it.
I'm a teacher, of course. I have an amazing evil stare. So I could stop kids in the track by lifting an eyebrow. Like, I love that too. Like, yeah. So yeah, Kayla is a Punisher. What does that mean? Is like
you're the Punisher. You wear the black skull T-shirt, and then you kill criminals with your guns.
that sounds like work.
Okay, so I've now This is back to the last save that I had. All right, so before I go into that place, I need to go get some more. I need to get some more stuff.
Now they're just saying Nancy Drew.
Yep.
I don't like.
Yep.
The chat room is like this Rubik's cube.
I mean, chat people, fans of Rage Select. I absolutely love you. I cannot keep up with the chat room on this show. Like the way that you guys bounce around and like people in the chat room and maybe this is something I'd like to explain. People in the chat room, there's some people in the chat room that want to have like a conversation with you, right?
Right.
But what you have to understand is it'd be like having a conversation with somebody where you're not talking to the person. They're like 30 seconds removed from you.
Right.
Like you have you don't have any direct communication with them. And it's all over the place. Like, how do you, like, some people want to get into this one specific conversation. I'm also, there's stuff that people are asking about that I'm just not going to talk about.
Yeah.
Because I want to play this game. I want to get past those stupid rats and the bugs and stuff.
Do you guys know how to get past rats and bugs and stuff?
Yeah. Oh, you just go in and you fight some of them and then you leave and then you come back.
Yeah. Miss Chrome. My name is Kayla Cromer. That's my heroine name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, am I still... No, okay. Did I... I'm sorry, I'm really confused here. I don't know if it's... I'm going to go in here and I'm going to fight some bugs. I'm going to see if those packages are still open.
I told you to bring Raid. Can you go by Raid?
You go by Raid? Oh, man, look at all these slugs.
Oh, no. Have you seen the movie Slugs? Oh, it's so gross.
I don't
gross.
really have any problem with slugs.
Oh, my gosh.
Except in the Uzumaki. That's the only time I had problems with slugs. Okay, wait. I bet... Okay, this is... I think I know what's going on here. I think I see what's going on here.
Yeah? What is it?
I think when I continued that it put me back to where I saved, but I think that... Maybe... Did it let me keep all of my...
So they told you to use banana bread. They told you to use Raid. Kayla and Jeff, what did you think of the Raid 2? I haven't seen it
I haven't seen it. I play mad video games, my friend.
I saw the Raid 1. It was great. I saw Turned Down for What? That video? That guy who... Yeah!
Yeah.
That guy.
Lil Jon?
Lil Jon, he has a new song called Turn Down for What? And the music video is like the Raid 2 if it was more sexy.
Did you see that did you see that thing where it was what's his name? Jack White? Is that the White Stripes guy?
Yeah. His instrumental stuff is amazing.
About his new record?
What about it?
Okay, so it's got like 4 or 5 different like crazy things on it. So first off, it plays backwards. So you put the thing down in the inside grooves, and then it goes out to the outside grooves instead of starting on the outside. Like it's all on the vinyl, right? So there's that.
You have to play it backwards?
Well, no, it plays that way. Like it plays like a normal record. Yeah, but it's cut in the opposite direction so that it goes outwards. And then second, it's got 2 hidden tracks that are actually grooves that are grooved underneath where the label is. So if you put the record needle on top of where the label is, it'll play like these really, it sounds like an old like scratchy telephone because it's playing through the actual paper label. It's got a what they call a looping track on the outside of the first side, where when it gets to the outside edge of the album, it just plays this one thing over and over and over again. Like the Beatles did that on Sgt. Pepper's, I believe.
Oh.
And then on the second side, there's some kind of like dual. There's some kind of dual. I didn't watch that part of the video all that much, but there's some kind of dual thing where like there's an instrumental track and there's also the regular track, and they're like right on top of each other. So depending on where you put the needle, like very, very subtly on top of it, you'll either hear the instrumental track or you'll hear the acoustic track, or you'll hear the electric track. And then finally, there's a hologram that when the thing is spinning around and you look at it, you see a hologram over the record.
That sounds like the best album ever. I need it for my room right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone earlier was asking if we had any vinyl. But that vinyl sounds like it's entertaining just to
It's crazy. Right, yeah. It's like all this stuff. And there was this video online that you can go watch of him just talking to this guy about all this stuff that was on this one album. I'm going to get some hamburgers.
Hamburger.
I'm going to get some more hamburgers. Kayla's here. I'm going to buy 3 hamburgers.
Yes. We're going to be so PP.
Boom. Okay. I got expensive bracelet. I got hamburgers. We're going to go kill the shit out of those bugs.
Yeah. John, his cousin used to be in a group called Grupo Fantasma.
I've heard of them.
He's now in Spanish Gold.
I've not heard of them.
It's like a new like super group with like the dude from My Morning Jacket as a drummer and some other people.
Cool.
And like he did the new intro for their podcast. I'm super excited about it.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was like,
I think it's funny that we've had the same like musical stinger on our podcast for a long time. And it's just like I did a search one day for like royalty-free music and I found that track and I was like, hey, I like that track. So it's been on our podcast ever since.
It's like me with the Deadly Debates. I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just really like it.
I just need a thing.
And then Jason Fisher made that incredible intro animation. I'm like, that's so cool.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, then if I go up into this place, there should be nothing.
But I used to have a lot of vinyl, Tyler. And then I got homeless. And when you're homeless, you're like, what do I want to keep with me in my car?
Right.
200 vinyl albums.
Yeah.
Or other things that I might, need. So.
It's actually funny. We had that video last week where people saw my living room, and I was surprised that nobody gave me crap about my living room. Oh. At one point, Grant went to my refrigerator and he opened it up. And so people got to see what was inside of my refrigerator.
All the nothing?
All the dead food. It was actually funny because somebody was like, we need to start a Kickstarter to get Jeff groceries. I'm like, don't. It's just a waste. It's a waste. I'll either eat all the ingredients and never actually cook them into a thing, or I will let them all go terribly rotten and then not throw them away. But then somebody said, well, Jeff may not have any food in his fridge, but at least he's got all these drinks. And I was like, I wouldn't drink any of those drinks if I were you. Those aren't really drinks. Those are things that I didn't finish. And I was like, I'm going to drink the rest of this later. Now it's a science experiment.
But
boom.
Yeah, the Green Man, that's exactly what I did. I got rid of all my vinyl. Mm-hmm. You sell your stuff.
Yeah.
You get what you can. And you consolidate real quick.
Yeah.
So
I kind of at one point in my life I got rid of a lot of the stuff that I owned, and then I never really bothered getting anything else because it was like my life is kind of in the screen. So I don't I even have, if you go into the closet that's right behind us, right behind my green screen, I've got all this stuff that should be hung up on my walls. Mm-hmm. I've got this. My friend got me this giant Mitchell poster, just sitting in my closet. I've got paintings that I have painted that will never go up on my wall because I think they're terrible. For Christmas, my mom made me these little pictures. I haven't put them up. I got the framed picture of Lone Star that my sister got me for Christmas in my kitchen. Nope, just not gonna. I don't know. I can't be bothered, apparently, to go and
hang art.
Right. Nail a nail into my wall and then put a thing there.
I'm going through this consolidation thing, moving into John's, and so I have a lot of stuff in his garage, and he's like, don't get rid of anything.
Yeah.
I want this to be your place, too, but I'm like, I'm changing. Whoa. I don't know that I need this, Preview the Bean German poster or this Tyler Stout poster, but at the same time, The idea of selling stuff online. Oh my god, sounds terrible. So,
oh my god!
Bugs they love you.
Oh wow! I'm just gonna.
So what do you paint?
Oh, I took painting classes, so I have a few paintings back there. There was one that might be, when I moved last, I had a whole closet full of my stuff that I drew and did in art classes. When you're in art class and you get the big pad that's nothing but like newspaper, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? And so you get this. It's like a huge sketchbook, but it's all just really cheap newsprint, and you use it so that you just run through it, right? You're doing sketches. It's like real big. It's easy to just like do sketch, and then you just psh and psh and psh. So I've got all this sketches of stuff that is all it's terrible. It's the early stuff, and I'm not saying that as like Jeff thinks everything he does is terrible. I'm like, no. This is legitimately like these are gesture sketches of like the first 3 things that I ever did. And so when I got ready to move last, I wanted to throw them away, and my family got really upset at the idea that I would want to throw away anything that I've ever drawn. And I was just like, but I could draw so much better. And they're like, but you'll want to look back on this when... And I'm like, I don't want to look back on it now. It's been 10 years. And I look at it and I go, ugh. Like, this isn't stuff that I want to save. This is just... ugh. So I've got a bunch of that, but I've got 2 pictures. There's one that's a real small picture that I did in a life drawing painting class. It's just this dude sitting on a chair. That's not bad. It's got some good color in it. I got one that's a still life. And I got one that's it's a piece of just board that was treated. Mm-hmm. And then I redid a what do they call Peter Paul Rubens painting, kind of a real simple version of that. So
they said the next fundraiser you should sell your art.
Yeah, I did. The best thing I ever painted, I left with my teacher, and she emailed me like months ago saying like, hey, you need to come get this or I'm gonna paint over it and reuse the canvas. And I finally just ran out of time and was just like, I don't have the time to be able to do that, like to find her and go there and pick it up and bring it home. And it's the sort of thing that I honestly feel like if I ever needed a painting of myself, I could do better.
They want a Patreon video of you doing yoga.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? I don't understand.
Everything went into Jeff needs to do more yoga.
Jeff needs to do more yoga. I don't know.
And they also want you to do a Rage Select Cribs.
Oh, where I go through my house and show you guys all
our different houses.
Exactly nothing that is it. I'm like the opposite of Jason Murphy. Like he has so much stuff, just stuff. I don't have much stuff. I just kind of. Is this a? Oh. Hell yeah, I'll take it from you. What? Let's go. I don't know what this... Whoa!
It's Satanic Ant. Run!
It's a...
Auto fight.
What's an...
Offense.
What is PSI River? To all enemies.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Boom! Eat stuff!
Yeah.
Boom!
And so, yeah, they want a grant cam of all of it.
Of all of what, though? I don't understand.
Houses.
Oh.
They want to see...
Like lifestyles of the podcast and famous or whatever. Whoa,
yeah.
Shit, man. This dude messed me up. I gotta get my... No, don't do magnets on me.
I want to see your Zen lifestyle.
It's not that. It's just like, the longer in life I go, the more I'm just like, why get a bunch of stuff? It doesn't bother me that I don't have stuff. And if I ever, like... in the history of my life, managed to have some kind of relationship with somebody, I will never have to fight with them about what are we going to do with all of your stuff. You should throw it away because I don't have any. Oh no!
Or all your stuff is like flat, your large rectangles.
Yeah.
You just have a lot of
large
glowy rectangles.
Yep. I got Kindles. I got cell phones. I got all kinds of stuff. Okay, well, shit. Now we're back here.
A Rage Select calendar.
We've talked about that before a few times. 273.
They want you.
Okay, I got to beat this giant ant. I don't know how.
Ask the mayor how.
No, it's just got to get more powerful.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The ATM machine. I'm like, hello, computer. Okay, give me $143. It's kind of a pain in the ass every time that you want to get your money. Okay, now I want to stay in the hotel, and then we're going to go buy so many hamburgers before we go fight that giant ant again.
At the hotel?
No, at the burger bar before we go there. I just had
Do burgers help you?
What's that? Hello? Okay.
Are you on a cell? Is this
No.
your pager talking? Man.
Your dad just called you on your cell phone to be like, you've been adventuring for too long. Take a break.
Isn't that what this is?
What, taking a break?
Yeah.
You know, so do you know that this game, I might be getting this wrong, but this game has one of the most insidious anti-copy protection systems?
What does that mean?
Okay, so check this out. If you were to pirate this game back in the old days, right? There's a real subtle thing where they would... No, that's not what... Oh, okay. I want burgers. Where they make the game subtly more difficult through the entire thing. I think it's that one. I think it's that. Okay,
You ordered all the burgers in the whole place.
No, I just can't carry anymore. So if I go to my thing, they're all cookies and hamburgers. So what would happen is the game would become subtly harder, and then right up to the point where you got to the last boss in the game. And then when you're fighting the last boss in the game would intentionally lock up, and when you restarted your system, it would delete your save game. If you tried to pirate the game. Yeah. It's one of those like super insidious anti-copy protection things. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. They can correct me if I'm wrong. Boom, 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 boom. All right.
Yeah, correct us. Hi, everybody.
Are you Dr. Nick Riviera now?
What does that mean?
That's what they say on The Simpsons, right?
I don't
Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick. You don't remember
Jeff?
that? Yes.
What will your future house look like?
Probably the way that Austin real estate is going, probably a lot like the one that I'm in right now. Like, I've often thought about, like, hey, I'm making a little bit of money with Rage Select. Maybe I could get a better place. And then I remembered that, like, the Austin real estate market is, like, completely screwed right now.
Right.
Like, it's so expensive. Like, it's becoming like, what, New York City? Like, you need to get, like, a rent-controlled apartment in Austin. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Should we talk about a weird final boss in this game?
I couldn't tell you because I've never actually been to the final boss in the game. Do you want to hear a crazy story?
Yes.
Okay. So now Fungus Monkey is here. Well, he didn't actually go to see, so he can't verify the integrity of my story. But I'm going to tell you this story. So on Friday night, we went out, and I was out there with Brian Salisbury and and Fungus Monkey. And at the end of the night, we decided to go to Jim's. And you guys, if you listen to the podcast, you've heard us talk about Jim's before. So we went to Jim's, and we went in there, and I went to the bathroom early on. And in the bathroom, there was some dude that was crazy throwing up. It's not a big deal. Whatever. You can run into crazy throwing up people all the time. But dude was crazy throwing up, and I was like, oh, that sucks. So I went to the bathroom. I went out, and I went back to my gyms, and we all got our gyms, and it was great. So then right before we were going to leave, I had to go to the bathroom again. So I went to the bathroom, And I opened up the door to the bathroom, and it's a normal bathroom at Jim's. It's just a normal, like, 2 urinals and a sink, and then you've got the toilet stall. And the door to the toilet stall was hanging on by one hinge. The paper towel dispenser was broken and hanging to one side. The faucet was broken and would not stop, was turned on. And one of the urinals was, like, it had been removed from the wall and was laying on the floor in the bathroom. It was completely and totally berserk. Like, I don't know what happened in there. It was like in Quantum of Solace when James Bond fights his first enemy or whatever, and he like messes him up, and they were like breaking the bathroom and shit while they're fighting. It was like something like that had gone down in there, and I just didn't see it. It was weird because I went in there earlier, and the bathroom was not completely destroyed, and then I went back in later, and that bathroom was like not like, oh, dude, I got so sick, I destroyed your bathroom, I'm sorry, bro. But like I said, the urinal was torn off of the wall and was laying on the ground in the bathroom. Like, I don't know how the fuck that even happened. Like, I don't even know if I was really upset and drunk, if I would have the physical strength to pull the porcelain urinal off the wall and throw it on the ground. Like, how does that even happen? It was like the Hulk was in there. I don't know. It was weird. It was a little bizarre.
Did you pee in it?
the one that was on the floor?
Yeah.
No.
Was there poop on the walls?
There was not poop on the walls.
And when I did junior high, there was we were in the little kid hall.
Yeah.
And then they would come down, and the big kids would come down and write "fuck" with their fecal matter on the wall.
I've never been in a situation. I've never been in a bathroom. I've never worked at a place that ended up with poop on the walls.
But I'm always like, why would you put your poop on the wall? Like, I've never been like, oh man, that stuff in that pot looks like something I want to touch.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Never once have I ever thought that.
I mean, I've been in some pretty disgusting bathrooms, and there have been some days when the contents of the toilet is not a thing that you really want to have anything to do with. But I've never actually been anywhere where somebody has taken the things that came out of them and put it on the walls. That just seems like fucking crazy. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why you would even do that. Because, like you said, you'd have to touch your own poop.
No way, dude.
Like, I don't want to do that. I'm not cool with that.
Ew.
Ew, gross. I didn't get to auto win. Oh, there we go. Once you get
you won.
Once you get a high enough level above the enemies, then you can just auto fight them.
And can you just step on your enemies?
Well, that's kind of what I'm doing.
Antoids are so cute.
They're little. They've got
and I like that they like have 3D vision.
Yeah.
They're like, all life is in 3D.
All right. What time is it?
It's
What does it say down the bottom right hand corner there?
I can't see that small, but I can see on here it's 5:19.
Oh wow! Holy crap! We didn't even get to the other people. We didn't get to Girl and Jeff and Yang and all those, or Pooh and all those guys or whatever.
Yeah, what's wrong with us? How long is this? What's your best bathroom graffiti, Jeff?
Best bathroom graffiti?
Mm-hmm.
Like the best I've ever seen, or like my favorite? I don't understand the question. Yes. Okay. I don't really know. I don't even want to clarify it. I can't ever think of like a day where I was like, man, you know what? That is some awesome graffiti. I'm going to remember that forever.
Well, one time, so I don't know what I am. I like going to coffee bars that are like make delicious coffee.
Yeah.
But one of the things is like if you go into Starbucks, it's all the normals. But if you go to almost any other coffee bar in town, I go, it's just full of people who like to read Sartre.
Right.
Satre. And I was like, ugh, I hate it.
Right.
Ugh. Because, like, I am a teacher and I do like reading.
Yeah.
I just... Sometimes... Those would be my enemies, is people who are like, I take Sartre so seriously. Have you read? What's the...
No!
What is that word where that lady has to go into the stranger in a strange land?
So, oh, yeah, stranger in a strange land.
Like, and
Son
it's like just elevated to this whole different level. And then I went into the bathroom of this coffee house and it was a Sartre quote. And I was like, no.
Son of a bitch. I died again.
That was my graffiti time.
Yeah, I can't ever think of any notable graffiti. I will say that I do like, because it's kind of reminiscent of the internet. It reminds me, there was a video that they did on Cracked where Soren Bowie, it was just like him in front of a white screen. He was talking about how the internet is writing on the wall of the bathroom of our time. That's what it is, and then it's getting better. But
Twitter.
I like it when you go into a bathroom and there's graffiti in there, and it's like other people have come back to reply to the people who replied to their graffiti. It'll be like, Jeff is the worst, and then somebody else will come back and be like, your mom is the worst, and then somebody else will scratch out your mom and put, I am a jerk or whatever. Like when there's like a whole conversation that you have to follow on the wall of the bathroom, that's what I enjoy. Okay.
Yeah. How do you like your steaks, dude?
It's ultra rare. Hardly cooked at all. Black and blue, depending on the restaurant.
Medium rare.
Medium rare. I started there, and then I eventually kept going raw and raw and raw.
I just love the seared edges.
Mm-hmm.
Just super crispy and fatty. I just want to eat the steaks fat. I don't actually want to eat anything else.
Just carve the fat off the side.
And just hand me that.
Eat that.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, more hamburgers. More hamburgers.
What's your favorite art style from a video game, Mr. Jeff?
Let's see. That's a good question. That's, the question that starts out, what is your favorite, is the hardest to answer in the world.
What is an art style you're enjoying at the moment, sir?
You know what? I do really like, it's been very pervasive, but I like the Team Fortress 2 kind of art style. Oh, by the way, also you can see now that like the dogs down there, now that I'm as high level as I am, they actually run away from me. They don't try to attack me.
Why can't they just want pets?
Because they're weird.
Come here, Papa, pets.
Yeah. Some people I've been glancing over at the chat, and some people have been asking about Amazing Spider-Man 2.
People hate steak fat. Sorry, I'm gonna fight you guys.
Okay, fight him, Kayla, because that's a good cause, because the fat on steak is delicioso.
Oh my gosh. It's okay. You guys don't have to like it. It's only the most delicious part.
Steak fat? The fat's pretty much the best part. But if we just ate nothing but the fat, then that would be terrible. You wouldn't want just a fat sandwich, would you?
Yes. What is it called? Confit?
Is that what?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Confit. Yum. Yum.
When did you first encounter the F-bomb?
I like all the time. My parents believe in cursing. Time and place. Just like I tell my students.
My parents one day took me aside to explain to me what all the words meant, because we weren't allowed to curse in my house. It was against the law of the land.
My dad is, the more strict guy.
Yeah.
He's like, he had a curse jar, but he would just say like words that was driving him crazy. Were curse words. He'd be like, so, like in junior high, I'd say rock all the time.
Like that rocks, or like I want to rock, like that.
Like, Kayla, clean your room.
Yeah.
Rock.
That, and you would just say the word rock.
Yeah. And then
that's not even how you use rock. You're supposed to be like, Dad, I can't clean my room. I gotta rock. Like that's what you do, right? That's.
Oh yeah, I said suck all the time. This sucks. That sucks. That was in the curse jar.
I remember when suck became when that was a thing. Like before, I remember when people didn't say that, and then when they started saying that, because I am an old man. I like to tell. It's funny how when you get older, Kayla, you get these stories that to you seem ridiculous, but you can tell them to people who are young, and they would be like, "No way!" Like one time, I think I might have even said this on the show before. Like I remember before there were Chicken McNuggets, and I remember when they introduced Chicken McNuggets, and it was a big deal because none of us had ever had Chicken McNuggets before. Right. People were just like, "That's fucking crazy." Or I tried explaining to somebody one time about
the box that Big Macs came in.
I actually just tried explaining to them about when there only used to be like 4 different Lucky Charms marshmallows. When it was just
there were no rainbows.
It was just hearts, diamonds, stars, and clovers. And then they had this big thing where they brought in the purple horseshoes. And everybody was just like, what? Blow my mind's blown.
Get it now.
Yep. And this is what happens when you get old. It's like, you tell people these things. Or I can still marvel at the time before when all phones were attached to a thing.
I like it because my kids don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Because they're in textbooks. Because old people make textbooks with like telephones on it.
Yeah.
Or
you're like, what?
There was a word problem. That's like, the kids had no clue what the thing was.
What a phone is? Or what a rotary phone is?
Oh, I forget what the technology was, but like my students had no clue what the technology was.
Yep.
And it was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna drive me crazy till I remember.
Shit, you think I'd know by now?
Oh, yeah, there's always things that you're like, yeah, we used to have that.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, it's camera film. It was camera film.
Oh, film at a camera?
They had no clue what camera film was.
It's funny because you think about that, you go, there used to be, like, you remember in the beginning of Back to the Future? Mm-hmm. Where the DeLorean, where he's in the parking lot and he like zooms out, right? And then the terrorist van, they run into that little like 1 hour photo booth, which used to be a thing that existed in this world. And as of right now, that thing that the terrorists run into at the beginning of Back to the Future, that doesn't exist anymore. Like there are no more 1 hour photo booths. That's a crazy thing. You sound like an old man when you're like, I remember we used to take this thing out of the camera and then we used to take it down to and my grandparents, we had, like when I took painting class for the first time, my teacher was like, yeah, just go get some of the little black film canisters with the gray top on them to mix your paint up in. And I was like, teacher, it's 2008. Nobody has film anymore. Nobody uses film. What are you, a caveman? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
You have to go to a specialty store just to get them.
Yep. I did. I went to a camera store and was like, hey, do you have any of these? Can I buy them off of you? All right.
Yeah, get that Titanic ant. We ate
I'm trying.
all
really
the
trying.
Hamburgers. So yeah, I was just one of those things that it's one of those things that to us, we would be like, oh yeah, that's in our collective conscious. But you have to remember, my students were not alive when September 11th happened.
Yeah.
Like they weren't even
incubating.
Mm-hmm.
because your kids are young.
Yes.
Very young.
So,
like younger than anybody that's in the entire chat room. God, I hope.
So yeah. So it's one of those things that I always love the perspective that they bring to the world.
Ooh.
Or I have a funny story to tell you.
Tell me. Yeah! Got to
I totally missed that there was a new RoboCop movie.
I like that new RoboCop movie.
No, I didn't even know it came out yet. I thought they were still making it.
Oh.
And then John looked it up and he was like, yeah, it came out in February.
Yeah.
What's funny about that is I have an entire bathroom dedicated to RoboCop, like literally on the ceiling.
Yeah, I've been in it. It's awesome.
The toilets, the ED209.
She's got custom shoes that have was it RoboCop on one side and the ED209 on the other side?
Yes.
I saw them. They were awesome.
So it's like one of those things that happened, and I was like, I totally missed that. That's crazy.
Wait, it's caught a glimpse of a small, cute puppy.
Go get it. I want to touch it.
Recorded the melody for the giant step. Okay. Where's the small, cute puppy? We have to find the small, cute puppy now?
To record its voice.
Okay. That was all I had to do was go up to this giant footprint. Could have done it.
Why do people in the 30s like the 80s so much? It's called nostalgia.
Yeah, it's because that's what we're a kid. I actually hated the 80s for most of my 20s, I guess, because I thought they were dumb. And then I learned to laugh at them, and then that made me like them. So.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And now I love the 80s. What? Got the shield powers.
I like all the times. I can find almost anything that's good, but we were like, would you like to go back in time? Like, no way, dude.
Not really.
Hey, do you want a mythical animal as a pet?
A mythical animal as a pet? Sure.
No, I wouldn't know what to feed it. It would die.
I would take I don't know, like a chimera maybe, or like one of the shitty ones, like a gorgon. Something. Yes, I have a gorgon, but don't look at it. No, seriously, you'll die. You'll get turned to stone and then you'll die. Or like what's the one that has a lady head and a lion body? And
Phoenix?
No, Phoenix is the bird that burns up and then comes back to life. I don't remember what I'm thinking of. You guys tell me what I'm thinking of. What am I thinking of?
You need to buy a vest, is what they told you.
I have one, but it doesn't fit very well.
The 90s, people say they were kind of a shitty time, but I enjoyed them.
Okay, so you know what? I said that on a show, right? Because
they said Medusa or Sphinx?
No, I guess kind of like I guess Sphinx is really what I'm thinking of, but I just think of Sphinxes as dudes. So like, here's the thing: is that we had a show where I was like, yeah, everybody hates the 90s, and then we in the comments or whatever, just a huge number of people were in there like, dude, I love the 90s. I thought the 90s were awesome. Blah 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 blah. I like the music. I like all this blah 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 blah. And so it's just some people don't like stuff. You know, some people. I'm not a huge fan. This is a crazy thing, Kayla. I am not the biggest fan in the world of jazz. Just, I mean, you know, I don't hate it or anything, but it's just not really.
Well, they say you might be thinking of a harpy. You want to keep a harpy in your house?
Not a harpy. No, harpies fly. But yeah, I don't know. I think that a lot of it also comes down to like when we're, like they were saying, is that when you were a teenager, everything seems super goddamn important. Like, and the things that are happening seem like they're super, super, super important to the rest of everything forever. And sometimes they are, and sometimes they're not.
Everyone's saying when they were born. I was born in '82.
Oh. $315. Hell yeah. I want $315. Boom. Yes. Thank you, Dad. Shut up. What? Everybody loves jazz. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, I have
I like smooth jazz.
Kenny G.
Yeah.
Mostly Kenny G. I like a lot of music. I can see the intrinsic value of music, but like what I tend to listen to on my own is usually different.
I'm not into anything that is jam band.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, any noise rock or jam bands, I'm like, rah.
Prog rock.
Yeah. I'm like,
Paula.
I can't handle it.
Paula.
I feel like we're in like a 90s chat room right now because everyone's like saying their age.
Mm-hmm.
Next, you also need to do your age, your slash for your gender, and then your hometown.
ASL, sure. But you can't say that now without being a creepy pedophile.
Yeah.
It's just what people assume. Record. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's go.
Why do they always say that about you?
What?
That you're a creepy pedophile.
Me?
Yeah.
It's the beard. One time I shaved down to the mustache, and I looked exactly like a creepy pedophile at that point. I was just like, that's terrible. That's just awful. And no, I should not be doing that. Where's the police station? That's what I'm looking for.
Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
What do you think of the term EDM isn't real music? I don't know what any of those words... Well, I know what real music, but I don't know what the term EDM means, so I couldn't tell you. Hello, police.
It's kind of cool to see where everyone is.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Can we play Nintendo games anywhere? Are you sure you want to go to Tucson? Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Let's go. They chortled at us.
Chortle.
Oh my gosh, guys. All right. We're in the last 20 minutes.
Jeez, that was fast.
I know. This is because this is the most fun show of the week.
Yeah?
I ate pie, 2 snowballs. I drank a root beer and a Mountain Dew.
I barely got through one coffee. Whoa, is that cop dancing? Look at him. He's boogieing down.
Yeah. Dance.
Uh-oh. I missed. Oh, dude. So in order to let us go down the road that's closed, the cops are like, all right, well, you have to beat up a bunch of cops to prove how powerful you are before you can go down the road.
Dance off.
Yeah, pants off, dance off. Boom. You're tough. You should join the police force.
Apparently they put a picture of you in yoga pants in the comments. So we can only see the comment stream.
The chat.
The chat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the comments until I go in later this afternoon. And then I usually go back midweek and see the comments from people who listened.
Yeah.
During the week to see if there's any questions. But
oh
my goodness.
What? Oh no,
So, yeah,
dude.
Apparently, Jeff, you yoga pants.
Healing.
Can you not
Wait.
heal
Oh
me from
shit.
this
I'm using the
dance?
wrong thing.
You got
Bam.
Collapse.
Yep.
Do you have any shots? Do you have any hamburgers?
It's fine. I just go back to the
Why does Jeff remind you of a programming teacher, Bunny on Fire?
Could be the beard once again. I do have a pretty easy. I used to get that whole like, hey, do I know you? Did we go to high school? And it'd be like, no, I have no idea who you are. I mean, unless I just have real bad like Tyler Durden memory or something. But people used to come up to me all the time and be like, hey, did we go to high school together?
Yes. Other people were like, yeah, it's totally him. And that dude who asked me if I play a wolf game, I don't think any of us play wolf games.
It depends on what you mean by a wolf game.
RPG wolf game?
Oh, what?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go back and fight these cops again. Try not to die this time.
Everyone always wants to know what you would bone.
Yeah.
Are you like super sexual in your prowess?
Nope. Don't. I don't. I haven't been. Oh, God damn it. I haven't been on a date in year and a half, maybe.
Hey, Jeff, do I play any Blood Rain games?
Oh, Blood Rain. No, you don't.
See?
You don't.
I like that Jeff knows these about me. I play Threes a lot.
Threes is a really good game.
I love that game so much.
Threes to me is the perfect reason why, like, and so, somebody said, this is not really a fair comparison, but like, I don't like Candy Crush Saga all that much.
Right.
And I'm like, when there's a game like Threes out there, why the hell would you be playing Candy Crush Saga? Or no. What I was saying for that was Flappy Bird. So I was saying, why would you play Flappy Bird when you could be playing Threes?
My sister's obsessed with Flappy Bird.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Guaranteed booty. White Wolf, a.k.a. Geralt the something.
Geralt of Rivia?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you play that?
That's The Witcher. The Witcher 2. I did. I played Witcher 2. I never played Witcher 1. Oh, my goodness.
Everyone loves your booty.
Well, what's not to love?
That's the dulcet tones of your voice and that sweet, sweet booty. They're like, oh.
Okay, I got through 2.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, he called us.
They're asking me. So Avalanche Mouse asked me another question for you. Which hand console, GB Color, GBA, PSP, etc., has a library of games you love the most? What does that mean?
Like what console, what specific gaming console has more games that you like than any of the others? Like specifically.
I don't know. / John has a lot of games on the PS4. But I like the Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like the first thing that they have to do is say you have to discount the PC. Because if you have a PC that can play video games, I've got my Steam. Do you know what Steam is?
It's a thing where you buy stuff.
Right. You buy games online, and then you store them in this virtual library. I think my Steam library has like 450 games on it or something like that. Yeah. So, he's calling his boss in. Boom!
This is so scary. Wait, they're gonna beat us up for the Mambo Tangos.
Right. He took us this cop took us in the back room, and he's gonna do the Mambo Tango on us.
Oh no! This is terrible news. Is this like our big boss?
Yeah, he's the big boss for right now. I'm going to go ahead and put on my shield.
Oh, look, they're going to write me a non-sexual fan fiction.
Excellent.
Okay, but by the way, that one fan fiction that was a little bit sexual was so weird.
Yep.
It was like written in like, not to say anything about the Russians, but like by someone who loosely understands English. And loosely understands sex.
Okay.
So, like, one of the things about my boyfriend is he used to be
son of a bitch.
He used to write a sex advice column. So he's very knowledgeable about that. And reading it to John was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get a non-sexual fan fiction.
Where you do some... karate or whatever, like you got to go on an adventure.
I'm gonna do some karate. I have to win the donuts back. I have to get them from the hobbits.
The hobbits have your donuts.
The hobbits have my donuts.
They're bastards.
Back.
Okay.
How do I do it?
How do you get back the donuts from the hobbits? Okay.
There you go. That's the next fan fiction.
Oops, I need to.
They're like, so it was fan fiction. Like I said, I didn't really know that much. I need to look up Barmageddon and Twitch vids.
Oh.
Specifically Star Wars Connect.
Yeah. Back in the old days, when we had the live event last year.
Okay.
There was some really weird stuff going on. At a few points. Like there was a few times where I came in to make sure that nothing was broken and went like, okay, nothing is broken. I'm going to go away from this because when you put Brian Brushwood along with like that fan fiction going on, like we were doing a fundraiser, right? So to raise more funds, we said, if we hit a certain goal, we will start reading your fan fiction. Here's a Google Doc that everybody can type into. And Jason and Brian were sitting there reading like this incredibly bizarre like slash fic about the lot of us, and it was very gross and it was very weird. And I was just like, thank you so much. And this is the part where Jason Murphy can take over the show because I need to go and not hear this because that's really weird. It's really weird.
I would probably blush like you blush every time we have a mic talk.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But everyone's like, that was so fun. We should do it again.
Yeah, we might be doing, we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary. We might be doing something.
1 year
Yeah.
anniversary.
I don't think we're going to do a fundraiser because, quite frankly, you guys are so awesome that we don't need funds. But what I've been thinking about doing, and I guess this is the first time I've ever talked about this, this is preliminary.
So this is just brainstorming with you.
Right, very preliminary stuff was basically just kind of having a party for like 6 hours. Let everybody come in, get drunk, play some games, talk to people in the chat, and just hang out and have a good time instead of having like the whole kind of like fundraiser thing and having to keep up with, raising money essentially for a goal. Because since last year we were going to go to E3 and we're not going to E3 this year, so we don't need to raise that money. So at this point, it's maybe just like, hey, why don't you guys just come and hang out with us and we'll just have some fun and we'll play some video games and we'll get a bunch of our friends over. And
thank you for a year.
Yeah, and thank you for keeping us alive for a year. And what's the statistic about like 85-90% of new businesses don't last for a year? And
you guys have fed Jeff and like he's eaten.
Yeah.
He's also wearing a Ding Dong Loco Steve shirt.
Yeah, I finally took one of the Loco Steve shirts for myself. I've got a few extras that we can give away. Actually, we could do that too. We could maybe do a little giveaway.
Oh, adorable.
Yeah. Oh.
Are you coming to PAX instead? I don't even know what a PAX is.
The Penny Arcade Expo. I'll probably go to the one in San Antonio next year, but it's a big investment in time and in time and money to leave and go to a con. And at PAX is more made for meeting people and hanging out with like fans, because PAX is open to the public as opposed to being a trade show.
Okay.
So it tends to be more of like a con, right, than E3, which is a trade show.
I will up my Patreon donation to $1,000 a month if you fly me out. Just fly here for $200.
Yeah, why don't
Just like Joe was like, I'll be here in July. Just come and tell us you're going to be here.
Right.
I'm leaving Texas July 21st, and then I'm going to go to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then Denver, Colorado, and then Estes Park.
Okay.
So, if you guys are in those areas, I'll be there in July to the beginning of August.
Yeah.
Because I gotta get out of this Texas heat.
Dude, I understand. I've actually been thinking about doing the opposite of that, about going down to the beach, to Caribbean or something like that. Okay.
Wow.
Let's try this again.
Larry wrote a whole fan fiction about it. Nice.
Holy crap.
You guys are quick. You guys need to write all my lesson plans for me because I am the slowest typer in the whole world.
Okay, and let's see. I'm going to go ahead.
When is the 1 year anniversary?
I usually say that it's July 1st is a good or June 1st. June 1st is a good because that's around the time where we started up our first
Oh my
thing.
gosh, that was a hard week.
What's that? Oh, when we started up Rage Select?
No, I'm like, the first week of June was a hard week in my life, and if that's the truth, then whoa.
Yeah.
We were busy.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. we were also, when we first started, Jason and I were cranking videos out.
Yes.
We were recording like twice as much as normal because we wanted to have content for people. We basically, I didn't want to have like one video up.
Right.
I wanted to have like we'd already been in business for 6 months type of videos up. Jesus, man, this guy is rough.
Can't you do something to him?
Well, I'm punching him, but he hits real hard. Like he does that submission hold and it loses like 35.
I thought this was a dance-off. He's a liar.
He's just standing there. Oh, God damn it.
Walter White.
Oh, no. Hit him. Hit him.
Could.
Yeah.
So the party I'm just filling this out for people with all the questions.
Okay.
It's not actually come to Jeff's house party.
No.
The Rage Select people will be here, and then we'll probably like Twitch it like this.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. We'll probably even have some videos so that you guys can see us, as opposed to on this weekend things. It's a little bit. That's just another thing that makes it all a little bit more difficult to do. But
and also, like, for the meetup stuff, we're strictly, after all these summer meetups, we're, like, strictly colder months. You guys do not need to see the sweat on the back of my knees.
Yeah, Texas in the summertime is garbage. It's terrible here. It's super, super hot. Let's see here. So that means that I opened up the road.
Look at it. We won. Everyone's happy. Her bangs are doing the cha-cha.
So yeah, some people, I can see them in the chat asking like very specific things. This is a thing that we have just started thinking about, talking about.
Amazing. You guys are now in the.
We've got like 2 whole weeks to put something together. So, we'll have more. We'll have more specifics for you later on. Ba 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 ba. All right. I don't like having to call your dad every time.
Mega's 8,000, you asked me a teaching question, and that is pretty weighted.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot to the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to answer it right now.
I just can't. So come back next Sunday, because we got 9 minutes of joy, so it's kind of lightning round.
Yep. It is.
It's kind of lightning round now. Jeff is like full throttle. He's like, I'm going to just rest at this hotel.
That's right. That's what I'm going to do.
You guys can't see me, but I'm totally like...
Just rocking back and forth.
Yeah. You got the...
Damn it.
The rest rock going on.
Totally rest rock.
Is the podcast coming up next?
Yes. As soon as I'm done with this, I got to upload it, which should take more than about 20 minutes. So I'd say within about a half hour after we're done here, the new podcast will be up.
What is your favorite cookie?
We talked about this already.
You will just tell me 9 times.
I like a
oatmeal chocolate.
I like an oatmeal chocolate chip. I like a snickerdoodle. I'm kind of a fan. I don't dislike that many cookies except for the whole white chocolate macadamia nut cookies because I'm not a big fan of white chocolate.
What is my favorite color? Anything on the bold spectrum.
Boom.
Nothing pastel.
Okay.
Don't give me no pastel.
Don't give me no pastel.
Did I always want to be a teacher?
Yes.
No.
Maybe.
Who would want to do this? Have I seen the new nightmare flavors of Oreos? There's one that's nightmare flavor.
I don't know. I don't know what nightmares taste like, so I couldn't tell you if I like it or not.
I think that I saw one that was a fruit punch, and I haven't tasted it.
I feel like there were more than enough flavors when I was a kid. I don't know why you kids need all these new flavors and shit.
Because it's fun, but I don't like anything that's flavored like candy corn.
Okay. Neither do I. Fuck candy corn. Don't like it.
Back to Riss. Which continent do you try to take first?
Australia.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
Because it's landlocked, and
right.
You're pretty lucky that way.
Yep. Avoid
Mango
Asia.
Is my favorite color. Mango. My favorite color changes with my mood. But mango is also not a pastel, so I'm still in the bold spectrum.
There you go.
Sucker!
What's up?
Favorite game on the new generation of consoles? I've never seen a new generation console.
No, not on this show. So far, probably either Titanfall or Infamous Second Son. Couldn't say for sure.
Jeff, do you get my Facebook messages?
I get all messages. I don't.
Have you ever done a drop kick?
Drop kick? Yes. Whoa! I got a mushroom on my head.
Is that like a Mario thing?
I have no idea.
Does it make ladies like you?
I have no idea.
What's my favorite Nintendo character? I don't know.
You don't
Donkey
know?
Kong
Mario?
Country?
Donkey Kong Country?
I love that game.
Donkey Kong? Diddy Kong? Dixie Kong?
Yeah.
Any of the Kongs?
Watermelon? I'll eat watermelon, maybe. Sometimes it can be terrible.
What just happened?
Are you liking the indie game movement? Of course.
Of course.
That's amazing. I love it.
Oh, here's the guy again. He's taking our picture.
Where we? Oh, they say you have mushrooms, like you're infected.
Yep, probably. Say Fuzzy Pickles. Boosh.
Are either of you going to RTX this year?
Probably not.
Huh?
I'm probably not. I don't know about you.
I never know.
Yeah.
So, like, they haven't actually talked to me since I started this video game show.
Yeah. Oh,
But, like,
RTX?
yeah, but I wouldn't say none of them are not friendly with me. I would just say everyone at Rooster Teeth is so busy.
Yeah.
But anytime I see them, like, out socially, everyone's very nice to me, so I just don't know. And I never ask favors. I'm, like, the worst at asking favors.
Yeah.
So, English accent, yes or no?
Yes.
Why do they care?
Sure.
Yeah. I'll English accent. Oi.
Oh, my controller is kind of like... Oh, that's what the mushroom is doing to me.
Will you play Super Time Force?
Sure.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth likes us. We like them. They're great.
What?
I just don't have, like, money to buy tickets.
Yeah.
I usually do side doo-doo.
Yeah.
They have a side quest for the children. What's that? Children gaming?
Child's Play?
Child's Play.
Mm-hmm.
They have an auction, and I usually, for the last 3 years, I've donated art. So
Cool. Very cool.
and my stuff usually sells well over $100. So, like, I did soap, and it sold over $100.
Nice.
So yeah, it's pretty. They always invite me to do that. So
Cool. Oh,
what's sexier, a woman with an English accent or a woman who plays the violin?
I'm gonna go with equal on the sexiness scale. Is that Zombie Cop?
I don't know. I've played the violin really terribly before.
What time? How much time we got left over there?
Only have 4 minutes left.
Because
Dude.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh no.
Yep.
Are we gonna end early?
No, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then we're gonna spend an extra 5 minutes on before we turn it off.
Look at that. You guys got
Be right
an
back.
extra 5 minutes of joy and happiness. So, I love monkey bread. Monkey banana bread sounds delicious. Will there be any multiplayer? I don't think so. Have I sold my art? Like, I've sold hamburger beds, and I've sold a couple prints, but I've never... And usually, the art I sell is, like, cupcakes and edible. Oh, no! No, he couldn't pinch it. It was terrible. 5 minutes of extra Sunday. Oh, no. Yeah, you guys just have me talking alone. Dun, dun, dun. So, put a chair under the bathroom knob, but then it will just be me. I can't find the teeth couch. What do you mean? You can't find the teeth couch? What? My cookies are cute. I don't understand. Lock him in the bathroom. Why? That would be so sad. He's the meats and the potatoes. I can't invert the controls. I don't know how. Plus, it's like a weird Wii Universe thing hooked to a controller. I don't know how to do it. So, yes, the couch. I don't know. They have the couch. They bought it. I don't know what they've done with it other than ruin the teeth, but I would like to fix the teeth. What does my bed look like right now? It's just a big girl bed. It's a regular bed, white sheets, white blankets. Who will win a fight, Jeff or Kayla? Me.
Yeah, Kayla would.
I will destroy everybody.
Absolutely. I need to know how to get this stupid mushroom off my head.
Well, don't go talk to ladies with a mushroom on your head.
It randomly changes your controls.
Oh.
Like my controls, and now I have to tilt
like,
it in this direction.
Kind of like the ones in that one tunnel game.
I don't know.
Does Fungus Monkey work for RTX?
No. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Couldn't say.
I don't know. I've never been to the new sound stage. Would Jeff fight dirty? No, he would fight clean, and that's why he would lose.
Yeah, so I'm lawful good, man. That's what would happen.
It's like that video of that chick with the shovel that's going around the internet right now.
Never seen it.
They're like, "Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight?" And then she's like, "Oh, take off your shoes."
Right.
And then she just go, "Boop." Oh, yeah.
She gets hit with a shovel?
Fungus Monkey totally does now.
Oh.
Congratulations. That's a great gig.
There you go.
You're probably working a lot. Why are you not sleeping right now? I know those people. They work too much.
He's probably working as he watches the stream.
Because he's amazing at multitasking.
Yup. Where's the doctor? I need to talk to a doctor
and
get the mushroom off my head. Oh, God. I got the mushroomitis.
But yeah, so that they're playing clean. They're like fighting clean, like, don't hit my face.
Right.
And then she's like, I'm hitting your face because it's a fight.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, I took off my shoes for you.
Uh-huh.
And then he like...
Is that how girls fight? I don't understand.
That's not how I fight.
Oh, okay. Tell me that you bite.
I would if I needed to.
I mean, I don't necessarily wouldn't fight a woman, but I would fight completely dirty with a man if I felt like... If I was fighting a person, a man...
Yes.
And he was like fighting me like he was going to... What? This is totally an illness.
Would you ever jump through a window?
Sure.
Yes.
If it was made out of candy glass.
Made of candy glass.
Sugar glass.
What?
Yeah.
Jump out of a real window.
And die?
You're not going to die.
No, you'll die. You will probably like slash your femoral artery or your jugular as you try to jump through a window because you've seen it happen on TV a million times and nobody ever gets hurt.
Wait, did you watch Sleepwalk with Me? The Birbiglia true story thing?
I listened to it. But yeah, I don't think I would. I don't think I would do that. Oh God, turn my controls again. I don't know how to get rid of this thing.
Someone said phrasing. Did I say something wrong?
It's probably at me.
Oh.
That's up. Okay. Okay.
What's the most badass thing you've ever done? You have 3 minutes of this 5 minutes extra escalator time. Oh, talk to the ladies.
I would say I've told the story a million times before, but bungee jumping on mushrooms, that was pretty badass.
What?
Yep.
That's amazing.
It was super fun. I had a permanent grin tattooed to my face for like an hour and a half after that. Couldn't stop grinning. God damn,
Where did you bungee jump?
Well, I was at the see, if you asked that, it's like I've set you up for some kind of terrible use the cold remedy? Nope. Like I've set you up to make it sound like I have this like jet-setting lifestyle. You're like, where did you bungee jump on mushrooms? Like, well, I was in Amsterdam at the Drum and Rhythm Festival, and they had this booth set up, and I was like, oh, I've never been bungee jumping before, and I've got 20 minutes before the herbalizer goes on, so I might as well try bungee jumping. But yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I get nauseous just being underneath bungee jumpers and watching them go up. Oh my gosh.
Well, it was funny because I've told the story. I apparently haven't told it around you, but they told me to get on because they take you up in a crane, right?
Right.
So you're standing on the edge, and the guy is like, put your feet so that the half of your feet are hanging off of the edge of the little crane dock, right?
Right.
And then put your hands up and hold the bars on the side. And what's going to happen is I'm going to count to 3. I can't figure out how to get this thing off my head, so I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Church.
Yeah. And then I'm going to count to 3, and when I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and when I say 3, I want you to let go and jump. And I was like, okay. So I go 1. He goes 1, 2, 3, and I let go, but. I don't know if you've ever been like way up on top of something before, but it always looks like not really high when you're on the ground, and then you're like, I'm a million miles in the air. So when I hit 3, I let go, but I couldn't jump, and so then the dude
They want you to go back to the hospital and talk to Mr. T.
Okay, I'll do that. So then the guy like angles his body and tips the thing.
No.
And then I fell off the side. I didn't actually bungee jump so much as
bungee fall.
But then when I was falling through the air, I was just like, woo! And then I bounced back up and I was like, what? And yeah, so then you bounce like 3 or 4 times. They take you down on the ground. Permagrin on my face. Boom. Good to go.
Oh my gosh.
There's
Mr. T. I saw some weird bad guy following Paula.
I pity the fool follows Paula around. So the hospital can't take the mushroom off my head. And yeah. Maybe
you could go to the Chaos Theater.
Let's try to go to the Chaos Theater.
Maybe they'll party that shroom off your head.
Oh wait, I could get actually I can get. Okay, I'll tell you what where we'll end. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a ticket to see the Runaway 5, which is a little jazz band over there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But you hate jazz.
Well, this is Earthbound jazz. So hey, folks, if you haven't called your mom today, call your mom. All right. So I'm not able to get this, and I'm going to go ahead and leave. So yeah, I think that we're going to be done at this point.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers or the people who are trying to become mothers.
Absolutely. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. We'll be back next week. Hopefully I won't have spent an entire week being sick and feeling like garbage. Next week I'll be a little bit more peppy. Oh my God, look at this. We just found the farmer's market.
I will eat way less things next week.
Yep.
I have to start a diet.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, if Kayla's diet progress, along with a brand new, I've been thinking about looking up, how they have like there's a holiday that happens every single week of your life.
Yes.
Just find out a week and we'll do a game that kind of ties into that.
Nice.
So
next week is Pineapple Holiday.
Pineapple Holiday, folks. We'll see you next week.